Welcome into another Sunday night Pop Blender Unfiltered. Here we are again, once more. A new week, a new weekend. I hope you guys had a great weekend. I hope everybody was able to get what they wanted today, seeing that it was the street date of a particular G.I. Joe classified figure that somehow has become the hardest freaking thing to find in the world. And I have stories. You have stories. We all have stories. My guests have stories. And hopefully we'll entertain you with those stories. Yeah, quite an interesting day. Thought I'd be early enough, quick enough, faster than a speeding bullet, more powerful than a locomotive, leaping my way to target in a single bound. Less than an hour after they opened, only to find empty, sad, stinky hands. Sad, stinky, empty hands. Stinky, empty, sad hands. That's what I had. It's what I still have. I couldn't even wash these hands. That's how bad it was. So anyway, welcome in, welcome in. It is a Sunday night. It is 9:30 Central Standard Time here in the wonderful state of Tennessee. I'm coming to you live. Like I said, I will have a couple guests on to go over the soups, the super spoilers. We're going to chop it up. I did say that anybody that's seen the movie, if you want to come on and talk about it, I will post the link. Let's see here. Stanley just texted me. Working a D&D LARP event. I bet that's a trip. Stanley, you better take some pictures, man, if you happen to be listening. Kind of like SDCC fandom ahead of SDCC. But before we get started, we must introduce Otis and the band. That's right. Break it on down, Otis. Let's feel that groove for a minute. Copyright free, baby. Oh, yeah. Otis bringing a mix of old school and neo soul to the table. Good to see you, buddy. Keep it up. You're going to get signed one day. You're going to be huge. All right. Let's see. You're commenting away. So let me get on the ball here. Anyway, like I said, I hope everybody had a wonderful weekend. Mine was filled with opening up the blue thing back there that Superman is casually holding back. Let me push the button. Let me push the button. Three times. Battle damage. Battle damage. Battle damage. It's on fire. We're going down. Wild Weasel, are you okay? Superman's here to save the day, folks. Even Cobra. He saves Cobras, not just Joe's. Because that truly is truth, justice, and the American way. Anyway, all right. Let's see here. You know what? Hang on. We need some more lights. We need some more lights. One more. Whoa. Oh, we can't have blue on blue. That doesn't work. We gotta have some red in there. Lovely. All right. Now that we're all set and ready to go, check in with my guests here momentarily. But let's get to see who is in the house. At 8:51, Clint Jorgensen was here. Got the popcorn bucket all-timer. Clint, let me know, and you may have already, let me know if you got the one that looks like a popcorn machine, because that one was really cool. Kind of expensive, but all the popcorn buckets are expensive at this point. 3-star draw says Green Leader standing by for spoilers. Let's see. Yes, Matthew is typically not on the stream tonight, but he is going to jump in and chop it up here. So, GI bro, what's up? What's up? Yes, we're going to spoil the super shit out of this movie. Turk Murphy Toy Solutions, Johnny Reno is here. Sabir is here. I like that. Sabir is here. Love it. What's up, baby? Good to see you, my friend. And yes, X-Man Fig at Target today. I know there's a 2-pack, right? There was a Thanos. Was it Thanos and Psylocke? Was it Thanos and whatever, Olivia Munn's character? That's what I know. Right? There was a 2-pack today, and I will definitely tell that story momentarily. Johnny Reno says my Target doesn't carry classified anymore. The store manager told me so. Holy shit. Well, that explains it for you, right? I mean, it might as well explain it for me too, because in my area, they don't carry crap. Which is something I also want to talk about here in just a second, about the fun of toy collecting, the thrill of the hunt, so to speak. Ronnie Trickshot, what is up on the other side of the planet? Way down south. What's up, buddy? Yeah, Clint says, hey, yep, Superman popcorn bucket. The newspaper stand. Yeah, newspaper stand, super cool. Yep. They had 2 popcorn buckets at the theater that I was at. Neither one of them, was like crypto peeking over a doggy bowl, which is your popcorn bucket. And then the one that's a popcorn machine. And it kind of looked like a laser, right? Superman's on the outside of it, the glass hanging on. He's shooting a laser into the popcorn maker inside. So that's cool, though. I'm glad you got one, for sure. Spear says, I can't even complain. I was shocked to run up on a current wave classified in a Brooklyn Target last Saturday. Blowtorch. Of course, I had that one 4 weeks ago from Amazon. See, that's part of what I'm kind of talking about, right? Is the thrill of the hunt really is not that fun anymore. Probably the most dopamine we get is the first few minutes of a pre-order, where you hope you're quick enough, or if you have the premium membership to Pulse, which doesn't get you very much. And then, of course, with Target, you'd think, okay, this is a Target exclusive. If you missed out on the pre-order back when Breaker went up, then you're ready for today, right? Get up early, fix some coffee, head to Target. That was the plan. Definitely the plan. Turk said, I got Breaker today too at Target. Good thing I bought it online last night, or I'd have been out. So that is, my friends, the key. And Matthew will be here momentarily, and I'll check up on War Chest Full of Toys here momentarily as well. And he just got flown in and just got back home, so he'll be on to chop it up with me too. So Sabir, your story's like mine, as far as a Breaker in the wild. I should have went online last night when I was still awake and went ahead and looked and bought it and had it ready to go and showed up at the moment the store opened. But I will tell the story of my trip. It's not very long. It's not a very long story at all. And no, I did not. Actually, I started to make a Rattler video and I quit. And me making a review, folks, is me having to pull all the lights out and untangle all the cords, unscrew this microphone, which is heavy as shit, and put it on a, here we go.
No, so you come to Texas with me this week.
Yeah, I'd come to Texas with
you.
Hey,
what's up?
To be honest with you. There he is. Hang on. Let's see.
I didn't even know it was on. I'm babbling.
No, you're good. I am going to put this guy here, and I'm going to bring this guy full screen. Look at Matthew.
I was just bitching about that figure.
So that's what we're going to talk about here.
We're going to talk about it first before we get into anything. We're going to talk about that first. I was just getting into it, but I was telling 3-Star about the fact that I quit making a Rattler video. And it's because I have to drag everything out and untangle the wires for the lights, and I got to take the camera and and then putting it on the table, pulling the boxes out, trying to do all that. And I filmed about 18 minutes, and at one point I turned to the microphone and I was like, fuck this. And I just got up and I just disassembled the whole thing. I was like, this is nobody's going to watch this shit. So whatever cheap views I could have got for, I don't care. No one would want to watch what I was doing. Even I don't want to watch what I was doing while I was doing it, if that makes sense.
I have, because I live in a loft and it's all industrial, I actually have a sprinkler pipe that goes across all over my loft. And I have a hang down with a cobalt clip. So I can put my camera inverted with a 35 or 16 to 35. And I actually had it on the table and I was laying it out and I was remoted to it. And I was just like, dude, this is just the thing's fucking huge.
It's just massive.
It's ridiculous.
It truly is. And, and I had trouble trying to fit it on the screen, and then I've got a camera over my shoulder and the monitor's flipped around and I'm looking at it and, and it's just it's an unwieldy setup to try to do a review. So I gave up, I just said to hell with it. But I did want to run through the chat real quick, and then I want to get into this breaker story because I know each of us. Yes. It's a convoy. But Shane, same time. Shane is here. Same time, toys. What's up? Sabir, yes, the pressure is on because I finally opened mine and I had it for several days. So you are going to have to open yours. Gun Bunny Customs is in the house as well. What's up, Gun Bunny? Let's see here as I'm rolling down. I think so far so good. Everybody is here. That's pertinent, that means something. All of you out there. Joe Fan 84, hell yeah. What's up, buddy? Good to see you as well. And then let's see. Okay, I think that's got it. I did want to hit this comment real quick. 3-star said what I said, which is I wish I'd have ordered breaker overnight. I also went Friday, talked to the kid at Target. I gave him the DPCI number or whatever the hell it's called. He said, yeah, we got a case in the back, but I can't sell you one. And he's like, his street date is Sunday. So in my mind, I'm like, okay, I'm good. I'm going to get up early Sunday, run up there, and I'm going to grab one. Well, so I got up. The store hadn't been opened an hour. So I walk in, and I'm almost to the electronics because I'm trying to find an employee. I did make a pass by the aisle, which is always a fruitless venture. It's always a disappointment to walk by the aisle in the first place. But I saw this guy is walking the other direction. Okay. And I had a Punisher shirt on. He's walking the other direction and he goes, hey man, he said, you might as well turn around. I didn't know him. He didn't know me, but he knew why I was there. And he was like, they don't have any more, dude. Just look for me. And so I was like, are you for real? So I turned around and I walked outside with him. And on the way, he says, hey, there's a guy that bought one. He was with his kid. He bought one and he was carrying it to the register. And he also had the Thanos and Psylocke, right? 2-pack, I think, Marvel thing. And he said, and so he got both of those. And so we're standing outside on the sidewalk and that guy comes outside and he says, hey man, you might as well at least go ask him here, give him the number and have him check. So we went back inside, asked the person at the front counter, at the return counter. He looked it up and he said, yeah, there's one left. And, well, it was the one that the guy was walking out the door with because the system hadn't updated yet.
Right.
Like he literally just bought it.
Yep.
So, so I left empty-handed. Scott, what was your experience with trying to get breaker?
A buddy of mine hit me up and he was just like, hey, they're selling breakers right now on Target, the website. And I was like, no shit. And he was like, yeah. So I jumped on and I looked at it. I was like, all right, put it in my cart. I was like, you know what? I'm going to grab another one just in case somebody else, needs one. Maybe I'll trade it out for a crystal ball or something later because I didn't get the crystal ball. And I went and put my order in. This is about probably midnight, right around midnight. Put my order in, confirmed, no big deal. And then, like, literally, you told me that you didn't get one. I was like, oh man, I'll just send you the other one I got. And then I went to go confirm, and then I clicked on my email and it said that it had been canceled. I was like, are you serious? And it's not the first time that's happened to me at Target.
Right.
So, but yeah, it pissed me off.
So both of them got canceled. Is that right?
Yeah, the whole order.
Right. The whole order got canceled.
No longer available. Would you like? And it asked if you want to be notified when it's really back in stock. And I was just like, are you kidding me?
So before I get to Matthew, Tony's Figs, what's going on, buddy? Good to see you, my friend. Okay, Matthew, your experience with trying to get Breaker.
Well, I never try to pre-order anything off of Target. That sets you up for failure right there. Unless you have a Target card, that's the only way you can actually pre-order from them and get it fulfilled.
Like a Circle member or something like that.
No, the actual Target credit card.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and if you don't, then you're SOL. I had every thought and plan to get up and go there when the store opened in the morning and be there and get it, but I just got lazy and said I'm going to sleep in. And then I also thought they opened at like 9. So I was up around then, and I was like, oh man, people have already posted them. Okay. But I thought they were, East Coast or whatever. So then I looked online real quick, looked at the app, and I noticed that 3 of the locations around me had them on the Target app. It said in stock. One said 3, one said 4. And so I went ahead and I ordered for pickup. And then I thought to myself, what if this one gets canceled? So I ordered another one. Order for pickup, different store. And sure enough, get out of the shower and the first one's canceled. So I thought that same thing was going to happen with the second one. But it didn't. And so that's
success, ladies and gentlemen.
So
can't believe it.
And they will come in back in stock. So I mean,
sure.
people crap on the app sometimes, or say use Pop Finder or whatever. I've actually had more luck with the app telling me where these things are located than I have on Pop Finder. Pop Finder just doesn't work for me anymore. And Pop Finder requires a TCIN number now, not the DCPI. The
okay.
DC. Okay, so the DCPI number is like for an entire wave of figures, unless they're an exclusive. Like this one would be an exclusive, so it would have a unique DCPI number. So most of the time you can't really find what you're looking for with the DCPI because it'll pull up the entire wave and say yes, it's there. They've got 4 of them, but it's not the one you're looking for, right? But you won't know that until you're there.
Okay.
So the TCIN number is the one that actually is that product ID. The barcodes also. One of the other quick ways is having that barcode scanned it in one of the self scanners to know if it's in store. But they've been tightening down on that too.
That's what I hear.
Yeah, that used to be really effective in terms of finding whatever you wanted because you could scan the barcode and then it would tell you how many were in stock in that store right then and there, or how many were even on the way to that store.
So I found it interesting that when you looked, it showed you like the number that was in like that. I didn't get any of that. It didn't. There's no number at all. What's up, Tony? By the way,
what's
and
going
I want to say
Tony?
hey to Mendoza. What's up?
What up?
So
how you doing, guys? Can you hear me okay?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
All right.
What I've found is that if it gets, it depends on the quantity that they're taking in. But if it's down to 1 or 2, it will say limited quantity on the site. But if it's more than that, they'll probably give you a number of how many of them they have in stock.
Okay. Well, I'm glad
I got a story.
I'm glad. Oh, yes. Okay, here we go. Tony, you have the floor.
I didn't get up. I didn't get FOMO. I just got, okay, Punk went up and he got up early in the morning. He tells me this. He goes in Target, when it opens, right? He goes and he told me he was sitting on he goes in and waits by the door and he sits on one of those big red Target balls.
Oh, yeah.
And I just picture him on the target ball with his feet
How does he even get on top of that?
just dangling.
He's been going to the gym.
I sat on one a long time ago, and my feet touched the ground. You know, I'm sitting okay. I could just see Punk just like this. Anyway, so I go in and like Matthew, I slept in. I just said, shit, okay, well, let's go check. Oh man, there were, and in the Toy Kind of Mood chat and Circle the Jerks, Spec is saying, what did he say? He said he was looking and he's like, man, I'm not, gonna mess with Target because, he goes and some Targets are lazy with their resets. They'll be so busy with their reset they won't check. And then, you give them the barcode. It's it says we have this, but no one, because they're so busy, they won't go back and check. Because that's the only time I've had problems with them. Other times, yeah, we'll go look and they get it right away and they get the whole wave for me and this and that. But today was like hectic Sunday, I guess. Yeah. So I went and they're checking my barcodes I have from, I think Spec sent me one, and I think I had one for MCU Collector for Psylocke and Thanos, right? And so they say they have them, or they're gonna go look for them, or they can't look for them, or it just takes a long time, And I'm like waiting. Some poor guy was, opening the boxes and stuff, and he goes, "Oh, I'm gonna hit those aisles in a minute," and he leaves, and you never see him again.
Oh yeah.
I got those two. So that happened. I'm not having any luck, so I'm not gonna wait here all day. You know what I mean? I do have him ordered through Target. He's gonna come Wednesday. So tomorrow I have Tuesday I have a 24-hour shift. So then I'm off Wednesday, so he'll be here. I just want to see if I get lucky and get another one so I can do him like have a regular one and make a OG 13, or whatever.
Yeah.
Well,
so I said no luck. So then I came home, I took a nap, got bored. Let's go see if they have them now. Went. I just got back, and they're all gone.
oh, hell yeah.
So I'm like, okay, all that wasted time, but it gave me something to do on a boring, lazy Sunday. My daughter went with me and all that, so we checked and nada. So I'm cool with Breaker, but I'll find Psylocke and Thanos later sometime.
You know what's so funny about that, Tony, though, is when the guy that I passed on my way, like in the electronics section, looking for someone to go in the back to look for me, the guy that I passed that stopped me and said, hey, forget it. As we're walking back to the front, he was like, yeah, the Psylocke and Thanos, he got the 2-pack too. And in my mind, because I don't keep up with those, in my mind, I'm not thinking like that's something that people are also trying to get. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I didn't know that was a hot to trot item.
That was my first thought. You're wearing a Punisher shirt, and that guy says they don't have it, so he's probably assuming you mean Thanos.
Uh-huh.
Yes, that's probably because he also had a really bad situation with some Pokemon cards on Friday that he and his daughter went to go get some the day before, and they said, oh, we're not putting them out till Friday, and then they showed up Friday morning, and they said, oh, we put them out last night.
Yeah.
So they actually put them out on Thursday night when a couple days earlier they told him they weren't going out till Friday. And so then all the whatever cards they were looking for were gone. They
do that on purpose because there have been people that have been shanked for Pokemon cards in Targets. So they thought about not even carrying them for a while because of the violence that was associated with that.
100%. I remember that. People were going ape shit over those things, man. Like,
they are
getting
mad
into fights.
crazy.
Yeah, getting into fights and shit, and like, at Target.
The Pokemon people and the Hot Wheels people.
Hot Wheels, yep.
And at Target, there you go. The Hot Wheels comment, what's so funny is on Friday, when I went to ask those guys if they had them, and they told me they had them, they couldn't sell them. The guy was like, are you a vendor? Are you like, and I said, well, no, I'm just a collector. And he's like, well, what are you looking for? And it was this other guy that was with the kid I asked. And I said, well, I'm looking for G.I. Joe. And he said, oh, because I thought it was Hot Wheels. Because he said those Hot Wheels people are nuts. I was like, damn.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's But the Pokemon stuff, those cards also they were having trouble with theft because they keep those cards, up there by the registers by the front, right?
Yes. Yes.
And so that was another thing. They were having a ton of issues with theft and shit like that.
So the other day I saw some cops by that area with the employees. I'm like, oh, dude.
So
what's up, Nolan?
What's up, Nolan? We are ToeTube official. I saw talking to a buddy of mine, and he said that he saw today that somebody had already. This is day one. So they must have bought it, got out of the parking lot, and swapped it out because they had the old Psylocke figure. They bought the new pack, swapped out the old Psylocke figure for the new one, and then returned it. And it's like, look what I got for free, man!
Dirty bastard!
Damn, dude.
So what? Yeah, you got to watch out for that stuff. They're already
who
there.
was it? Who was I watching? Okay, you guys all have seen the show Peg Warmers, right?
Yeah.
So I watched that dude unbox a I can't remember what figure it was. It was a G.I. Joe figure, and it was I think it was a classified, and he unboxed it on camera, and when he opened it up, he got it from Amazon.
Oh, I remember that.
And it was a fucking Imperial officer, some BS bullshit Star Wars Imperial officer figure that you probably is like $7 at Walgreens or some shit. And it was inside the G.I. Joe box or whatever. Yep. And he had gotten it from Amazon. It was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
That's rough.
Well, and then anytime in that whole entire wave or era of G.I. Joe Classified where there was windowless packaging.
Yes, that's exactly right.
Nobody wanted to order anything online. They wanted to wait till it got in the store, and they didn't even want to order it from the store unless they could open it there in front of somebody because people were swapping all that crap out.
So Turk says, I had a kid look for the last wave. They said online they had. I got there, and not crap. The kid was in the back checking for about 20 minutes. He told me between him and I, they most likely got stolen by the employees.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
That's a fucking bullshit. Holy moly, dude. It's amazing what people will do for these, though, man. Like, that's just...
Hey, you know what else I find is really super interesting? What else came out today? Anybody know? Tony, do you know what other figure came out today and was put on pegs, or just recently, within the last few days, if it wasn't today?
Oh, man, I don't know.
I don't.
Spin Master Superman 1978 5 POA action figures.
Oh, yeah, Spec got them all.
Yeah. You know how much they're selling for?
Shit.
$8.
Really?
5 POA made by Spin Master Superman reaction style figures. And everybody's now looking at all the reaction stuff and saying, why were we paying $25 for this?
Yeah, right.
And it's like, that's what I've been saying since day one, because I have never bought a 5 POA Super 7 figure for more than $6 or $7 because I wait for them to go on clearance, or I don't bother getting them at all because I don't want them anyway. But it's like, yes, exactly. Those 5 POA figures you can make, especially the quantities that you're making them in, cheap enough that they should be under $10.
Yeah, I'm sure Sabir here. I'm sure a lot of those eBay accounts. I'm sure there's people.
Oh yeah,
definitely. They don't care about. They just grab the shit and then put it up. I mean, it's look, that's happened forever. It's not just indicative of like the toy industry, right? I mean, it's happened for years. I had a lady. She was a regular of mine years ago, and I can't remember what company she worked for, Circuit City or some shit like that. And she used to come into the bar all the time trying to sell TVs that fell off the back of the van.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Like, it was like, oh yeah, this is when plasmas were huge, right? And she's like, I can get you a plasma. Just give me the money and I'll have it for you in a week. I remember one time she came through that bar and she probably made about $2,500 and nobody ever got their TV. And she never came back.
I had this buddy of mine that worked for Sears Tires. And like you would always get a full set of new tires for your car or your truck from him for like
oh yeah.
I remember at one point I had probably like 9 sets of Terra grapplers in my garage. Just buying tires nonstop.
I guess on this topic, because I know we're gonna spoil the shit out of Superman. Tony, did you get a chance to see Superman at all?
Yes, sir.
Okay, awesome.
There we go.
Awesome. I love it. But before we get to that, I guess related to this topic, is it fun anymore to go in the wild and try to find figures that you want? Is it now pre-COVID, I feel like you could still, even though I wasn't collecting at that time, I remember many times walking by the aisles in Target and Walmart and seeing G.I. Joe stuff and other stuff, and there was all kinds of product. But now, like, it's not fun. Like, I don't find it interesting or fun at all to even take a pass anymore down the toy aisle. So I wanted to kind of get you guys' idea of because y'all been collecting a lot longer than I have. So you can tell me kind of how that's gone in the last 5-6 years. What's up, Dread?
I hit it up a lot. I still do, especially if I'm there for something else, or if I'm in the area, or if it's like coming home from work. There's one. I always get off too early, and Target won't be open. I'll chill at the station for a while and then go hit it up and check it out. It's fun, but if I don't find anything, I feel like, do I need a T-shirt? Do I need some shorts? Shorts or something?
Any other reason?
Damn it! And then well, the exclusives, no, but other things, I'll just go take a look.
Yeah.
Especially when I was looking for McFarlane figures to make a custom or something like that. And I'm like, oh, I got to go into Walmart's electronics section now because they're over there in the collectibles. They're not in the toy aisle no more.
No, not at all.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put a pin in this question from Gun Bunny. All right, we'll get to it.
I answered him. It's in the comments.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
To make a long story short, back when I used to work for Toys R Us, like back in the mid '90s, I was a store planner. And I would actually do all the allocated stuff and all that. And when eBay first came out, like we had conversations about this. And I said, with our online inventory, because we were connected to all of our stores, we could see how much stock was at different stores, if we needed to trade it between the stores. And I was like, at what point in time do customers not finally get a website from us where they could just order directly and we just send it to them, or they could pick it up in the store? I go, how long until it's not even necessary for any of this shit? And like we would have conversations about it, and they were like, "Oh, that's a long way away." And I was like, "No, I don't think so." I was like, "I think it's coming." And eventually, now we're here, and that's the way it works. But to be honest, I don't think there's really any reason to go to a store to pick up a lot of the stuff, because to be honest, like the stores like Target or Walmart or any of that stuff, they don't make their money off of action.
Yeah,
it's not what they make their money off of.
Yeah.
Like I can tell you, like whenever you have Barbie in the aisle. Barbie doesn't make its money off Barbie. They make it off of all the damn outfits and all the knockoff outfits and all the high margin shit they get in from the knockoff companies. That's where they make all their money.
For me, going into the store is just, it's gravy, right? I want to see what's on clearance, what's out there. Is there anything out there? If something catches my eye, oh, that'd be cool, or hey, I need that accessory or whatever. There's stuff to look at the store, but honestly, everything else is just done online, because it's really the only way that you can be assured of getting it, for lack of a better term, except for these damn store exclusives.
Well, and that's why I said earlier, and you guys weren't here when I opened, but like the dopamine that you get from trying to find something is that like pre-order first few minutes where everybody's rushing to jump into that. And I know War Chest, we've talked about this, like you really hate that shit because you're not around a computer. Like you can't guarantee you're going to be able at 10 a.m. or 11 or whatever time it is your time that you're going to be around to be able to do that in the first place.
Man, I don't live my life for toys. But if you ask any of my friends, they'd be like, that motherfucker just talks about toys and Godzilla all the time. But honestly, my buddy's like, yeah, he does.
Yeah.
My buddy's but to be honest, like the thing to me about it is like, I got a life. I'm an adult. Like if you got GI Joe and I'm a member of Pulse, I'm like, guarantee me, like, here's my deal. Sign me up for 2. No questions asked. Just charge me card and shut up.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care about any of that.
Gun hunting, yes. And then I still find myself, let me go look. And then sometimes I'll get lucky and like, oh shit, I got it. Let me go back and cancel my order. So
yeah.
Now I've got a buddy of mine, Cliff, and this guy is like a hardcore collector. I mean, he makes like that. What's that? Peterson's. Like, I've seen that guy's got the toys. That dude, he dwarfs that dude. Like, I mean, the amount of toys this guy's got is on another level, and he like dwarfs my collection, which is kind of insanity. And I'm telling you, this guy's a ex-vet. He doesn't have 2 legs, and he's silver backing around the house all day. Like, he's got the little stilt leg things rolling around the house.
Shit.
And this guy gets up in the wheelchair and goes toy hunting all damn day, driving hundreds of miles. He'll be like, Scott, I'm in blah, blah, blah. Scott, you want this? I got 2 of them. And he lives for it, man. He loves that shit. So some people, they really do. They like the hunt. I will say that when they changed the open bubble pack to the closed pack, that just killed my...
Oh yeah, I can see that.
You're like, oh, there it is, and then now it's just a box with artwork on it. So it kind of killed that.
Yeah, the thrill of seeing the bubble and the figure and what it looks like and what and sometimes you see something that pops that you wouldn't even think about, right? And you grab it because of that, and
you want to check the paint app, like, this one's better. I'll take this one.
Right.
The eyes look better on this one.
Right.
There's those little things.
Yeah, it's I just wondered because I've always loved going down the toy aisle, regardless, even whether it was for my son, when the Nickelodeon Ninja Turtles were really hot in like 2013, 14, 15. I loved going and buying those Ninja Turtles for him. Every time he came over, we'd go get 3 or 4 of them. Or there were Five Nights at Freddy's figures, or there were Roblox figures, whatever it was. I loved going to the aisle and looking with him. But now, I mean, every time I go, it's just sad. Like, it's fucking sad. And I'm there for literally 2 minutes at best, if even that long, most of the time. Like 30 seconds. I still like looking at the Star Wars stuff. I'm not going to lie. I still take a pass at Star Wars, as bad off as it is. But still, yeah, I just wanted to know what it was like for you guys going by. I know there's a few people in here that have definitely made comments, so I want to make sure that I get to a few of those talking about going out and severe physical media definitely is just as bad. Go ahead.
Oh no, I had found some stuff. I was just, sometimes you're looking for your stuff. And I'm like, holy crap, there's 2 retro Cobra Commanders here. Should I get them?
Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah.
Just out of the blue.
Oh.
I saw that at Walmart the other day.
Or
really?
you'd see Lady J on a peg, the retro carded Lady J for like 9 months. Just the same ones with the same dent in the packet. There's the same. They had some at Walmart actually. I think they're finally gone, but it was Alpine, and it was the same busted up corner of the box, and it was there forever, dude.
There were 4 retro Lady J's at one Walmart on clearance aisle for $8 for like 6 months, and every time I walk by, I say, "Do I need it? Do I want it? I don't think so. I mean, even at this price, I can't."
These suckers were still full price Cobra Commanders retro. Couple retro Cobra Infantry and a retro Stalker.
Wow.
I'm like,
yeah,
I don't need any of them.
I've seen those a bunch, and I'm like, it shocked me that Cobra Commander was on there.
Yeah, it was weird.
If you're gonna grab one, you're gonna grab that one because that one looks really good on the card.
Yes. Yeah, and just as a character, period.
Yeah.
It's a more popular character. Sabir says New York stores just don't carry these lines like the classic toy stores once did, where you'd spend half an hour in multiple toy aisles. I remember those days for sure. Nolan says, I don't really collect much that's sold in stores anymore. Just got tired of not finding anything. Let's see here. Nolan says, I still like going to look now and then, though. I mean, I still look. I still like going. And yes, Turk, my target is extremely slim pickings. And my target is in like one of the richest parts of Nashville, one of the richest parts of Tennessee.
Yeah.
Like you would think that they would be stocked up on just miscellaneous everything. And yet it is slim, dude. It's so bare over there. It's not even a joke. To the point where now there are times even 3-Star and I have talked and he's like, hey man, I think they got some so-and-so in stores. I won't even go. Like I just won't even go. I'm like, forget it. And 3-Star, speaking of which, says fuck all these store exclusives. I hate them so much, but they've been around forever and they ain't going anywhere. Just like Python
I'm
Patrol.
gonna ask a little about the exclusives. My thing with like the Hasbro is I'm like, well, we're gonna make them available on Hasbro. And I'm like, if it's an exclusive, then it shouldn't be available anywhere but the store that it's exclusive to.
And
like playing games.
Yeah, and 3-Star feels the same way you did about the membership, right? You pay a premium membership to Pulse, then there should be some kind of guarantee there other than the possibility to pre-order something for 1 hour.
They don't want the responsibility of holding your account.
Sure.
Hey, you know what? You'll have an entire week before everyone else to get that cold slither pack.
Yeah.
You know,
sell out in 3 hours.
I will say,
but then on August 1st they're going to release some more. So
right.
Yep, they'll release more. So I'm like,
in 3 days you've got Cold Slither, War Chest. You and I had a conversation about that yesterday about Cold Slither. How do you are you even gonna?
I thought about it. I'm not
do it. Yeah.
It's not something I need.
Same. I'm the same way. It looks really cool. I'm like, damn. Do I want it? I'm not having a space for the band or the thing. It's really cool. Excellent exclusive. But is it really an exclusive? Because it's going to be available, right? For other people. I saw that and I'm like, I don't really need it. I have all my dreadnoughts the way I want them to look. I don't need the Sunbow band. You know, I don't.
This is a conversation that I tried to have with Punk. I was like, now, do you really think that this is going to sell? Right? Do you really think that this is going to be, a hot topic? And he's like, oh yeah, they've done all this promotion and everything. And I'm like, I don't see it. I'm just not seeing it from the people who would normally buy it. I don't see it from everybody else. I don't see it. I mean, how many of those records have sold, right? You go to the conventions and you talk to the guy who wrote the song and he says, I wrote it to be the worst song ever. It was supposed to be this dumbass thing that nobody wanted. And it's become this thing and it's been shocking to me. And, they're all thankful for the resurgence and, getting called out to cons and everything.
That's what happens. How many times do we hear an artist say, oh, I just needed something else to fill the space. And I wrote a piece of shit song. Rick James has said that and said, oh yeah. And then all of a sudden it's number one. I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Right.
So I'll tell you about one of the most popular TV theme songs of all time. Right. An executive went to his son and said, hey, could you write this song for us? And, just make it really bad. Just make it just really, really bad. And so he goes and writes this song and he's like, this is terrible. And they said they loved it. That we're going to use it. We're just not going to use the lyrics. We're just going to use the melody that you created for it. The theme song to MASH.
Yeah, I thought you were going to say that. Yeah, that thing was huge. I played that in jazz band in 8th grade. Yeah, back then it was relevant, right? You played it today, most people are like, "What the fuck is that?"
Well, I mean that show lasted 3 times longer than the Korean War active conflict.
Yeah, long time.
Technically, we're still at war with them, by the way. But that's just technically.
That's how I knew it was time to go to bed when MASH came on.
Yeah, right. For me, it was Hee Haw when I was a kid. G.I. Jetman, what is up? G.I. Jetman. David R. is also sliding up in here. And feel free to chat away, my friends.
I knew it was time to go to bed when the Gremlins came on. They popped up the little screen with the Indian-headed gremlin and said, go to bed.
So
Station identification.
so normally on Unfiltered, it is just kind of wide open topics, whatever I find interesting. So normally it's not a toy talk, but I don't mind it because I know we're going to get into Superman here in a bit, but it is kind of wide open, and I am interested, especially after my experience today, and getting the Rattler opened and the Air
Nice.
Eagle opened, and I put some.
Flexing both muscles with those.
It's the first time I've put any decals on anything G.I. Joe classified. I haven't put any decals on anything at all, but
That's
I did
Superman.
put some decals on the Air Eagle. I just got to go get the hearing aid batteries for it.
Taking you back to 1983. Go ahead.
That's
Batteries
awesome.
not included, but
So, hey,
75, yeah, man. No, I wish, Joe fan, I wish that I was, but no, this fedora definitely not as expensive as you might think it is.
So Tony, I found something very interesting the other day, and that was the Fans Hobby Air Eagle for $110.
That's great.
And so I started posting out everywhere, but they only had like 2 left in stock.
Who was
So-
this? Them?
No, it was Toy Dojo down in Austin.
Step into my toy, JoJo.
Yeah.
So how much did we give for it at Joe Fest War Chest? Do you remember what we paid? What the cost was?
It was the same cost as online.
Was yeah.
How much?
so-
I don't remember. How? That's what I'm saying. Like, how much was it? I don't fucking know. I don't remember.
I don't even look at. I don't look at price.
I wonder why.
So some people,
That's me, not him. That's
yeah,
me.
Yeah, three stars got it there. 3 stars got it there.
Okay,
That's what I
okay.
thought it was.
120? That's not bad.
And I mean that's what it was with shipping. So that's what I
Yeah.
basically paid for it. So
Okay, so yeah, so if you found one at 110, that's if you want it, that's
Ronnie.
just fine, right? Like,
yeah.
yeah. I mean, I would, if I didn't have it, and look, if I didn't see it in person, and also if War Chest wasn't walking with me, I probably would not have walked over there because he's the one that went to the booth. I just happened to be walking with him, and then when I saw him step up to the prices right, then I felt like I needed to put in my bid too.
Dude, the price is just ridiculous. And then when he said that they only had so many of the Tiger Force, and then
Right.
I got 2 of the Tiger Force and the other one. I went back and got the other Tiger Force.
Oh, did you? Did you?
Yeah, I ended up getting 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, and I'll tell you, I mean, everybody that's got it says that it's totally worth it, and I don't,
It looks dope.
Great.
It's dope.
yeah, and
Love
then I've seen it on the Target app for 160, which means that somebody's reselling it through the Target store. But I wouldn't say that that's a bad price either.
No. Ronnie, you are correct. You 100%. You are correct. Do they have eagles in Australia?
They got eagles everywhere, man.
They probably
Are you
have
sure?
spider eagles in our.
Yeah, right.
There's
No
oil in
kidding.
Australia. Eagles. Are there.
The Eagles, they probably have spit venom and
They kill you in your sleep.
Yes, 100%. Yes.
Eagles
Evi-
fly at night.
Evidently, that is really what Australia is known for, is that every animal down there can kill you in your sleep.
Ronnie cracked me up with his message before where he said it's easy going out to look for things here in Australia
Because we don't have
we don't have anything. Yeah.
we don't have shit.
Well, I you know what?
According to Adam, geez.
Well, I was gonna say it's pretty
That's
amazing that Australia finally got put on the map because of some very angry vocal yokels like a guy named Tony and a guy named Adam and a guy named Aaron and some other people. And now all of a sudden they're getting all these toys first. I mean, what's up with that?
Yeah, no shit.
3 stars says he says bullshit. They have pop culture. Pop
Pop culture is
culture.
a trip because I ordered Vega just because I want to do it from, I'll do it for, I couldn't find them anywhere else, and Pop Culture had them. And I did it with my main email, And I'm looking up my account, and I can't put in my account from the email. It's freaking weird. I don't know what I got to do. I can't track it yet, so I don't.
Oh shit!
I'll just wait for it, I guess.
Oh, the wedged tail, the wedge-tailed eagle. Fascinating.
You probably got switchblades coming out of it or something.
Well, not really, though. The best one has a wedge tail. Guess what it's called?
Fucking wedge tail eagle probably throws fucking
Unbelievable.
poisonous darts out of it.
Yeah.
Fucking fascinating.
Hide from that.
We call him Diamond Cutter Dale.
God. You know what he does? He cuts diamonds.
Cuts diamonds.
G.I. Jetman says
fly
I'm
away with
partial
babies.
to Dolphins, Miami Dolphins. Well, they're gonna suck this year.
Yeah.
What about that whole Dan Marino Ace Ventura thing?
Oh, what a beauty! Listen, I will tell you this: I still cannot watch the scene where he crawls out of the rhino's asshole.
I can't either. I can't.
I absolutely fucking lose my mind every time. Every time I watch it, I'm crying. Absolutely crying. It's just unbelievable scene.
I grew
dude.
up on a farm. I've seen worse.
I bet. Yeah, no kidding.
My
Been a
uncle's
part
got
of
worse because I've seen stuff. Like
You know, I was driving through the forests of South Carolina on a trip one time, and that's all I could think about in my head was because that's where it was all filmed. So I'm waiting for Ace Ventura's head to pop up or some giant rhino's ass to come out of nowhere.
Dude, yeah, I just every time I hear Ace Ventura, that's the first thing that comes to my head. It's not Dan Marino, it's not anything else. It's literally the rhinoceros and him like suffocating and
all I watched Ace
talented
Ventura
motherfucker.
for is that scene with
Swear to God.
Rebecca Ferrati.
The only thing I ever think of is when he
Oh.
talks
Gorgeous.
to his ass. That just cracks me up. I'm just like,
Wait. Now it's starting to get outrageous. we don't muck around here. Melons that look like rocks are called rock melons. Get the fuck out of here.
you called
What
them
the?
cantaloupe.
What? You call them cantaloupes? Yeah, I thought that's what everybody called them around the world. I know they're called rock melons.
rock melon.
I knew a chick that had some rock melons.
That's what happens when the silicone curdles, right?
Rebecca Ferrati has some cantaloupes and she's in it.
Oh my
Smoking
god!
hot. She's probably
Out of
still
control.
hot. I don't know how old she is, but she was in
You ever go?
well,
Detective.
I'm looking her up right now. If I can.
Rebecca
spell her
Ferrati.
name.
Oh my goodness.
How do you spell her name though?
It's
F-E?
Ferrratti.
So I just had this great idea. Who's got
Oh,
some extra?
Yeah, I saw that.
Who's got some extra gridiron tires? I've got this sledgehammer here and a bunch of guys with their shirts off that could be doing some exercise.
You're gonna make a calendar. You're gonna
How
get
about-
a bunch of what's his name, Kazar
Yeah.
tops
that's
and firefighter bottoms. Oh my!
There is
goodness,
the Rebecca Ferrati bench warmer collectible card.
smoking.
I think it might have her stats on the back
My
of it.
goodness
Holy
gracious!
shit!
Yeah, she was in Ace. She was in Ace Ventura,
Yeah, she
and
definitely.
he was. Well,
Yes.
you know their outtakes are so funny with freaking.
That's so
what's her name.
funny. It has like this is like a trivia game or something like
Yeah.
that.
There you go,
So
Anyway, there you
Th-
go.
this guy right
folks,
here,
ladies
Tony.
and gentlemen,
Rebecca.
quality.
Oh, I love that figure.
this guy has the
Yeah, she's got a great
articulation-
figure. Oh, I'm sorry. You're talking about. Wait a minute. Here, let me put you on full screen.
This guy has the arm articulation to actually
Teabagging
do
the camera.
Matthew may not be able to get this.
That's a badass figure.
it. No, yeah. I mean, those Savage Crucibles are amazing.
Yeah, he is pretty badass. It's a line, you know, that I'm not into, but I'll tell you what line that I could get into.
A line of Coke.
This line. But anyway, I digress. Holy crap. I'm glad you brought her up. I do remember her.
Go back to that.
Actually, here, yeah, no, go back
No,
to that.
no. Like, no. Did you see the price?
Oh, the price of the card?
Yeah. It's like,
No.
buy that for $1.
Oh, it is
It is
$1. Holy shit! It is $1.
$1.
Oh my god.
So
I'd buy that for $1.
I'll tell you what.
Probably. Yeah.
Here's the scene. Here's what you're talking about, Tony. Right here.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
right here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. Look at that freaking face, dude.
It's funny that like when I
My
watched
face
that
would
movie,
just my tongue would be hanging out with drool.
when I first watched that movie, I thought it was hilarious. But then when I go back and watch it, I'm like, what did I find so funny about
It
this?
was retarded. Yeah.
It just doesn't hold up at all.
Yeah,
No, yeah.
You do. Yeah, no. There's a lot of stuff. There's movies
Oh,
like
yeah.
that for sure that I've seen that I'm just like, why did I
A lot
really
of hot
think it was so funny?
looks in movies.
Although one I saw the other day, Police Academy. Yeah, there's some funny shit in there. It still holds
Police
up.
Academy cracked me up pretty hard.
Yeah,
Man,
Sydney Sweeney. Yep, she can call him whatever she wants.
Watching Police Academy again for the Punks movie thing that we did was awesome. I love going back and watching that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I love it when a lot of those old comedies will come on back to back, like an Airplane, and Airplane 2, and
Oh,
like
yeah.
Police Academy 2, shit like that. Just that goofy slapstick bullshit, man. Stripes and
I still
stuff like
crack
that.
up when I watch the scene where they took the flashlights and attached them to the dogs. I just die.
Oh yes. So
June Cleaver speaking jive.
Oh yeah, that was hilarious.
oh yes. Oh my god.
I've got a drinking problem.
Yeah.
Roger,
So-
Roger, don't call me Shirley.
I found this little known video of Freddie Mercury
Oh boy.
that you guys might like.
Oh. Can't watch that.
Dude, it almost looks like it. More
Sorry.
curry, Freddie.
I'm sorry. Freddie Mercury.
Horrible. Give that guy a couple sandwiches. Jeez.
But I don't know if you guys have ever seen this before we get to Superman. I can't help it because I always like to pull up some really funny, weird videos. You guys, this shit blew my freaking mind when I saw this the other day. You guys, I'm serious. I couldn't believe this shit. Check this out.
There's more of that dude too.
That kid's probably like 25 years old.
I think the guy with the more disturbing than the rest.
I don't even know what to say. Look at
So, Pop, did you see the stuff that was coming out? Something that I didn't know. That there was
what's that?
that there was an actual actor inside the suit of E.T.
Oh, no. What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did not know this. There was an actual person inside the suit. Go look it up. It's
Who?
I thought it was just for the movement scene.
That's fucking
well,
scary.
yeah, I think it
Yeah.
was. But
So,
but
yeah.
yeah, there was an actor inside a suit playing E ET.
okay, I'll look it up. So I did want to ask you guys because you're gonna go see Fantastic Four, I assume, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Like maybe not. Okay,
Yeah,
I know I will. It's
I will.
kind of required. Okay,
If
so
it means
who?
it beat Superman at the box office?
Well, and we'll see.
I don't
We'll
I
see.
don't know. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't think it will.
So who
Oh.
do you guys, and even in the chat, who do you think is the leader of the Fantastic Four? Who is the smartest
Storm,
person?
clearly.
Sue Storm.
Hang on.
Obviously.
Is it Sue? Is it Reed? Like who
I think
who
Reed's
is
the leader, period, but Sue's the strong, most powerful.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So, I want to show you the Hot Toys description of the Sue Storm figure, and I'm going to highlight
Yeah,
the words
baby.
here.
Oh,
Yeah.
So here it says right here. It says that. Now I'll show you there's the Hot Toys figure right there, looking pretty
I mean,
sure. The
doesn't this thing
face
take-
sculpt looks great.
hold on.
Pretty 60s.
This movie takes place during like the 60s, right on their planet.
Yes.
Technically, aren't women invisible anyway?
Oh yes,
In the
sir.
kitchen, barefoot and pregnant.
That's beautiful. Yep, that deserves some applause. So anyway, all right. I want to show you the description of the Fantastic Four, right? So it says here, and especially of Sue, it says, let's see, right here, Sue Storm, aka Invisible Woman, is the emotional and intellectual backbone of the team. Sue is not only a brilliant scientist and expectant mother, but also the strategic team leader who holds her family and mission together amidst chaos. As the most emotionally intelligent person on the planet, Sue's ability to blend compassion with strength and lead with her force field and invisibility powers makes her the anchor of the Fantastic Four.
Okay.
Is that a pretty accurate description of Sue? Would you say?
Well,
or is
so
it an accurate
yes.
description of Sue for the movie?
For the
No, so-
movie.
Now,
Okay.
I don't know. I would actually say that that's probably pretty accurate because she is
Okay.
the grounding factor.
Yeah, she's the mom.
I
the
mean,
wife, yeah.
she's the wife, and she would let her husband know if he was making a mistake.
And to be honest, she's what really connects the whole family.
She
Yeah,
does,
right.
yeah, with her brother, yeah, and then her husband, and then their friend was Reed's friend. I don't know how they were friends, but
I'm just
Well,
curious.
She'll
because-
get Reed's attention when she stops, letting Namor in the back door.
well, you know
no,
what?
no.
I mean,
It's Namor.
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 That's right.
Well,
Because he's my,
no,
he's
wait,
my
They
wait.
changed
Aztec
his. No,
Maya.
they changed him. Yes,
No,
that's right.
Wait. They're in an alternate universe until the end of the movie. So
That's true.
It
That's
could
true.
be Namor that's back there, and then they get here, and then it's Namor.
Ooh.
He'll be Namor to me. I don't give a damn with this.
Well, you know what? But if they bring him in, just think about that. I mean, the Latino influence of Namor coming in to seduce Sue Storm in the midst of all this, with Pedro, with his Latin mystique fading so fast.
So, you know what, Johnny Reno? I just saw that too. Holiday rap.
Doop, 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 doop.
Yeah,
it's hard.
Jetman says Deborah Winger did the voice of ET. Is that
Wow, she got money for that?
Is that correct?
Yeah,
Deborah
probably.
Winger? Okay, interesting.
Pop, I sent you that picture, by the way.
Now I can't stop, imagining Deborah Winger saying, "Eat the phone home."
ET. Oh no.
Deborah Winger said that. Okay, my mind.
So okay, so this is interesting. I've got to send this to myself though, really quick. I got to email it to myself. Let's see here, so I can pull this up, and bing bang boom.
And the only reason
Yeah.
I had no idea that this was a thing until
I
they
see
said they said it's his birthday, so they're celebrating his birthday.
I
today.
see him. I see him in an article. I did not know this. Okay,
Mhm.
so you are correct. Let me share this. I did not know.
Tony, you better
Yeah.
not be drinking when he pops that picture up because you're gonna spit it right back out.
Oh my God! No way! No way!
Matthew
Yes.
Demerit. He should. Yeah. No, he shouldn't get any demerits. He should get praise for his work
Look,
on ET.
Exactly.
How
Yeah,
did he
no,
end up
I mean-
looking like ET?
Well, I mean, they hired this
God
kid
damn.
who had no legs to fit in the suit to go run around and
That
be
is
ET.
wild.
Yeah.
So, do you think the bottom part was like animatronic? Because I know they had animatronics.
You ain't
No,
got
no,
no
no.
legs, ET.
No,
No,
he
dude,
was,
it's a skateboard.
He's got
No,
little hooves.
no,
He got
no,
little. He
no,
got
no,
little
no.
hooves. He got little
Look.
hooves down there, man.
right.
Look at them
So
hooves.
you've got the prosthetics from
Them
the
tootsies.
from the suit,
He's a
right?
skater.
So if somebody was like that, they would learn to walk with
God
what
damn.
residual parts that they had. So yeah, on set he was running around on the skateboard the whole time.
That guy's lame. If I didn't have any legs, I'd have like some messed up looking magic carpet, like that looked like I had cross legs rolling around down all day.
Oh wow.
I'd have taken that to the next level. I win at all the costume
A
contests.
whole nother level. That's interesting. No, I did not know that. That's and I see it here too. There is an article.
For the most part, it was a puppet, but there were a couple scenes where that actor was the inside the suit, inside a suit.
Look at Johnny Reno. God dang it. Yeah, I mean, talk about rug burn. Jesus
Balls will
Christ.
travel.
Balls on the floor.
Damn. So that is news to me. I did not know that. So that's thank you for bringing that to our attention, Matthew. That's wonderful.
Newsflash: he lost a testicle and it wasn't cancer. He ran over.
Damn. Damn it. Holy shit. Yeah, Jetman says IMDb doesn't have John Malkovich in the cast list. Did they cut him out?
John Malkovich for what?
E.T.
For what? Cast as what?
E.T.
Cast for what? I don't.
Oh
I
no,
don't...
no. Fantastic Four. They cut out his entire part.
Oh yeah.
They did.
Oh,
They cut his character out, and they cut out everything having to do with his character because this movie was supposed to be longer than what it is. It's at about 119 minutes is what it clocks in at, but it was supposed to be quite a bit longer, and they cut out Malkovich's whole character and everything having to do with his character, which is, in my opinion, might
Who did he
make
play?
the film a little weird. He played a character. Damn it, hang on, I'll look it up real quick. Because it's known that they literally cut his whole character out of the film. It was a villain role.
Oh, he's supposed to be Red Ghost, huh?
The
Mole?
Be the Red Ghost.
Yes. Red Ghost.
Yeah, look
is
at
what
G.I.
I heard
Jet
he was
Man.
supposed
There
to
you
be.
go.
Yeah, that's
There
right.
you
Yeah. Okay, yeah. Because I know Mole Man is in this movie.
is he?
Probably briefly, I would assume.
Really?
Yeah. There's,
Cool.
the biggest villain obviously is Galactus.
Got to fight something before Galactus comes.
Yeah, the biggest villain.
Wreck shop.
Well, right. Got to show them using
Is
their
it because
powers
of size
and
or
shit.
ruthlessness? I mean,
Oh Lord. Let's see. What else do we got here?
oh,
Trying to find.
I want that popcorn bowl though. I ain't gonna lie. I'll be going down to the theater like the day of the.
Yeah, so let's take a look at the Superman popcorn bowls and then the Fantastic Four bowls.
Yeah, that Fantastic Four one lights up.
So let's see if I can find them. So here is the I see the cup, but I don't see all the bowls. For instance, like this was the popcorn bucket that I saw at the theater, and it was Superman shooting his lasers into
That's
the
crazy.
popcorn thingy, and it's cracked, which looked really cool. I mean, it's about $50.
Popcorn.
This is the
How
other
much?
one I saw. It was this popcorn bucket was $50.
Damn.
This one had no price on it with crypto over the bowl.
Ready to go, Matthew.
You know why it didn't have a price? Because it's worthless.
Yeah,
Right
pretty
back.
much. You're good. And then they show the cups and stuff. Crypto plushie, they had that there. They didn't have the shield pillow. Funko Pops, who cares, really? I mean, unless you're a Funko Pop collector, and if you are,
Look,
then have at
The
it.
whole market on that's getting ready to drop. So sell them now, kids. Sell them now.
Yeah, no, it's like the what was the
Beanie Babies.
Yes, thank you. My ex-girlfriend from back in the day, her mother had every freaking one. So this is a crypto popcorn bucket for $62.95 right here.
I think that one might go. That one will be on the aftermarket for quite a bit.
I could definitely see that. Damn, cardboard cutout? What the fuck? Smurfs house popcorn bucket. That's actually pretty neat.
That's
Check
pretty
that
dope,
out.
actually.
Yeah, look at that shit. Now I'm all about that. That looks cool as hell.
Hey man, everybody's about their shroom coffee now, and they got their shroom everything. So
You ain't kidding, dude. And I mentioned it the other day. I haven't seen a Superman shirt anywhere. Nowhere. Like
Walmart.
no, I didn't see him at Walmart.
Yeah, Walmart.
Nowhere. So I'm trying to find any of the other popcorn. Here's the newspaper box. So this is the one that I think, was it Clint? Clint got this one. This is the Daily Planet. This is the newspaper box popcorn bucket. I actually kind of like that. I think that's pretty fun.
Yeah.
Definitely. G.I. Jetman Pop. Let's see. I won't see Final Fantasy or Final Fantasy. Every time I see FF, that's what I think. And that's until after August 1st. So probably won't be able to hop on the spoiler show. Well, the spoiler show for Fantastic Four probably won't happen until post that GI. It will not be immediately right after. So
yeah, we got to waste
still
some time on that.
plenty of time. See, I like this. I think this is good. Different headlines too. That's pretty cool. Huh. Damn, 3 different headlines. What the?
I'm ready to be on Pop's channel.
$32.95. Yes, you are. Actually, let's get that. There. Hang on. That's right. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Full screen on that beautiful face. Look at that guy. That is a beautiful hat you have.
Look
there,
at that.
my friend.
Great hat. It's a great one. All right. So I guess I got to surrender my 50th anniversary G.I. Joe hat now, huh?
That's
What
right.
you saying?
Yes. That's beautiful. I love it, man. Looking good. Looking sharp.
There you go.
Here he goes. He's back, ladies and gentlemen. Show that hat again. There you go. That's cool. Oh, hell yeah. All right. The magic. The mystery.
Look at War Chelsea when you go get a hat.
Yeah,
He had a hat on. I thought he had
All
something
right.
on. I thought he had a hat on or something.
I don't know. Maybe.
I haven't
so.
worn this
can
in a
see.
while.
He likes. Oh,
There you go.
yes.
Killed us.
Hang on.
And I'm done.
Full
I
screen.
quit.
You win the hat wars. Yes, sir. You win the hat wars.
Awesome,
Absolutely. Yes.
Some Wilhelm scream.
Nice.
Damn, that's awesome. Oh, I love it. I love it.
That will
Okay.
forever be the scream of every stormtrooper.
Oh my god, that's freaking awesome. So all right, popcorn buckets aside. I'll tell you what, we'll take a peek at the Fantastic Four popcorn buckets, and then let's jump into some Superman spoilers. Let's chop this movie up. Let's see here. 4 popcorn
Man,
buckets.
The
car is
Galactus
the one I want.
The Galactus one may be okay, but the
I
one
want
with
the car.
with Reed stretching around it, that's just weird.
I don't think I've seen the other ones.
So the car is really freaking cool. I
Yeah,
love that.
yeah.
I did get the Ecto.
I was gonna say, did you get
2
the
of
Ecto?
them? I did.
Yeah.
I got 2 of them actually back when the first movie came out.
I
Galactus.
really wanted both the different aliens, one that came out for Alien Romulus, because both of those were pretty cool looking.
Now see, this is at Regal. This is at Regal. So Regal only carries like a couple of these, and then you kind of have to look and see, like AMC for instance, they'll carry some. Now that's pretty wild. $80. Are you in that for $80?
No,
I can't do that.
no. I mean, unless it's going to be a centerpiece of some kind of display or something, I'm not getting an $80 popcorn bucket.
I mean, it's cool as
hell.
shit, but
Which one?
Christ, this is $80.
Which one? You're not showing anything.
You're not showing it.
Oh shit! I'm sorry. Here, sorry. There we go. Okay, there you go. So $80. That's hello.
The Galactus
Thanks.
one looked pretty cool. The Galactus one looked pretty cool.
So
I
it
thought that
looks
was neat.
cool. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just for.
But if
80,
I'm going to pay $80 for a
$80,
Galactus head,
man.
I'm going to get
Yeah.
the whole fucking thing from the HasLab. I'm just saying. I'm just
Yeah,
going to go
there
all
you
in
go.
and get the freaking HasLab Galactus.
So here was the. I'll go back and then I'll share this screen.
Yeah, I want it so I can put it with my my Thor figure as the Herald.
Yeah.
Or I want to put that next.
So there's the car.
Oh,
popcorn
no,
bucket.
not that car. Fuck that car. Forget
Oh,
it.
yeah, fuck
Never mind.
You don't like that car?
If it's not the Fantastic Four flying vehicle that they had, where
Oh,
each one
yeah,
of them
yeah,
separates
yeah.
the
Fantastic
four
car.
different parts for each one of them and all that stuff.
Right.
I don't care if you're gonna have some generic 1960s looking car for them. Forget it.
Okay, I do. I will show you the Reed Richards stretching around the popcorn
Oh,
bucket.
that one's fucking weird.
Okay, this one here, which, you know, but the thing of it is like, you know,
From the
From a-
other angle, things get
from the-
questionable.
yeah, from the other
that's
angle.
what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
and somebody showed an angle earlier on one of the shows I was watching.
It was even
and,
better. Yeah.
And his ass is like Cardi B. It's like this gigantic BBL. It's fucking weird.
Are you saying Reed's got badunkadunk?
Yes, I'm not kidding. Like,
Yeah.
let's see if I can.
Reed
Oh,
has the option
yeah.
to have everything, BB.
It was.
I
so
mean, he
fucking
can stretch himself to be
hilarious, though.
whatever.
He can do whatever. He's the man. He's every lady's man imaginable.
Oh,
Make
no.
himself
Here
buff.
we're in meme city now. Anyway, so that's the Reed Richards popcorn bucket. I don't know.
Yeah,
It's
it's just
whatever.
weird.
Just give a shit about
Hard
that.
pass.
Yeah, it's definitely not in my wheelhouse. And then they have one more, I think, and it
All right.
has
I don't have that much time left.
really. Usually you're on the later side of things. This one here with all their like, whatever. Fucking bullshit.
I still have to get up and work a 12-hour day tomorrow.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, I'm off tomorrow.
I'm kidding. I don't. Okay. All right. So
He
look.
doesn't really work, so yeah.
Are you sure it's his arm?
Yeah,
Getting-
no, we're not.
Getting some love on your t-shirt, Tone.
Is
And
is no tomorrow.
Turk says that doesn't look like an arm to me. I think you're right. I think you're right, Turk. Didn't they? I'm sure they've done a Fantastic Four adult parody. Okay, so
No, that was
let's.
just in the comic book stores. They had that conversation.
I'm sure
Reed's
they
trying to
made
butter
one.
that popcorn. All right.
Yeah. Okay.
The delayed response. Oh,
Let's chop this movie up, okay? So you guys kind of know how I feel about it. But yes, there are some issues with the film that I have. But I want to hear Tony and I want to hear War Chest because Matthew and I kind of gave our initial thoughts on it, and then let's just debate some of these spoilers and some of the shit you liked and didn't like. So Tone, go ahead, man. What were your thoughts on it? And feel free to spoil away as you describe it or talk about it.
Well, excuse me. I liked it. It was fun. It was fun, and I'm so used to the not only Christopher Reeve's swagger he had and the confidence he had. This guy's like a 25-year-old Superman, right? And the way I was tripping out on how so excited and how hot and heated he got in Lois's little interview. With him. And Lois was hitting him with the real shit. I'm like, yeah, Lois,
Yes.
get him.
Yeah,
And he was like that young naive.
Yep.
Okay, this is an early Superman. I get him. He's all, he's passionate. He's trying to do good. This and this and that. And when you see him first, he got his ass kicked. He's got his first loss. And he did. So he's getting worked on. I like how Crypto came, and he's already hurt. So if we had a dog jump on us, we would take that and oh shit, stop. But he's equally powerful, so he's hurting him on top of being hurt. Everybody's crying about, oh my god, he's yelling and he's crying. I'm like, yeah, it's a dog from Krypton jacking his already jacked up ass up, so he's gonna be hurting. So they took him in, and I like how it was really cool to see they used sunlight just to blaze him up and heal him. And it's not gonna, to make it dramatic, it's hurting him because he's healing like that. But sometimes, like when they had him underground, I know it was with the movie, but I'm like, it doesn't work that way. It's like he's been soaking up solar radiation so much just because he goes in the sewer and helps out Batman. Oh, I'm weak. I'm weak now. I need the sun. No, I mean,
And
he
he-
had
and he-
kryptonite
and
in there.
he-
Metamorpho made kryptonite. Damn, don't ever face Metamorpho in a fight because he'll just make that in your toast.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Like, geez. So
Well, I don't think you'll have to worry about that.
yeah, no, that's his boy. That's his boy now. So
Yeah.
Oh,
anyway,
for sure.
and with him, it was cool. He was powerful, but they have to make it. He's so hard of character to write because he's so powerful, you know. So they made him a little. It's a little harder for him. He's not weak. It's just a little harder for him to do certain stuff, and I was fine with it. You know, he struggled a little bit, but he's still the strongest ever. And I love the way that Mr. Terrific was super badass.
Yeah. I mean, he kind of stole the show. It was more his movie, right?
Terrific was dope, man.
So-
I was like,
so-
awesome.
Yeah.
Are you kind of on maybe the same length I am or level I am on it, where like I had fun with it. I enjoyed it more than I thought
had
I was
fun.
going to. I was ready to go in and just burn the shit out of it. But I do realize there are, what's up, GI bro? How you
up?
doing, buddy?
Rick,
Can you hear me?
Yes,
What's
sir.
up, man?
All right, good,
Um,
good.
So I was ready to burn the shit out of it, and so I think, Tony, you and I are maybe closer on liking the film and not being as bothered with some of the issues. But Scott, you brought up a lot of the issues with me when we talked about it, even though you kind of liked the movie also. But what is some of the shit that really bothered you about it?
Yeah, so like for being like a lifelong comic book reader and Superman, every writer wants to do its own little take on Superman.
yep,
Right.
And they try, but there's the basic rules you stick to. His weaknesses, how he got here, his backstory, stuff like that. Grant Morris, I enjoyed what he wrote, but
Yep.
to me that hasn't been the common Superman you've ever read. So
Right.
you're getting to watch a movie that's based on a comic book series that was an alternative take about Superman.
yeah.
Right.
So when
Yep.
everyone's like, "Well, this is the truest to the comic," no, it's not.
No, it's not.
Truest to Grant Morris's version of Superman.
Right. Yeah.
Which is fine. And if you're a Grant Morris fan, I bet you're just sitting around the house happy as shit, But to everyone else that's read, sorry, read Superman, it's not the Superman that we're looking for portrayed. If you're trying to compare it to Christopher Reeves, that's a whole different animal. Donner and Reeves was a different animal.
Yeah.
But the things that Reeves got right was he is the Boy Scout. He is the dry humor.
Yes.
And he is the one that weighs everything he says before he speaks.
Yes.
Yep.
And even as you look at, without really comparing it to Zack Snyder's Superman, which I do prefer because I like the realistic take on superheroes in the movies, because it's more, it just seems like it creates a much stronger story for me. And like when you see Superman in his costume, it's not a costume.
Right.
That's him. That's who he is. So whenever I watched the movie, I saw the comical, the campiness, what I expected from Gunn. Is Gunn a good director? Yeah, he is. He knows how to tell a story. This one was all over the place though.
Yes, it was.
And I was
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on here. It's like, like the director has this line of story he wants to tell, and he's got all these other like side quests, and he's putting it all together, and he sat down with the editor, and this is what they came up with. And it feels like a lot has been cut out of the movie.
Yes.
It feels like there's a lot of stuff that's all over the place.
So
Yeah.
Word Chest, did you know that 1 month before the movie came out, they showed it to test audiences and it failed so miserably that
Yeah.
they went back and fired a composer and re-edited almost the entire movie?
In the music, it changes the tone of the film as you're watching it too.
Yeah.
You have,
The music was almost
our version,
non-existent.
and
Like
then it was really strange.
the score, I thought the score sucked, asshole.
Yeah, it did.
So
But as far as like Superman goes, I did not enjoy his portrayal of Superman or Clark Kent, and I think that the reason why is because whenever I've read so many fucking comic books, my brain exploded. But whenever I'm sitting there watching, I'm like, Superman as Clark is kind of a normal guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The ability to be lax and joke around and talk and stuff like that. But
Right.
when he's Superman, the weight of the world is listening.
He's freaking
he
Superman.
says something like it.
Yep.
He has to be very careful in how he presents himself, what he says. He is diplomatic about everything, and that's something that I felt that Snyder's version caught all the way down to putting the cuffs on, and then him going, "Hey, I'm not, I'm not your enemy.
Right.
I'm not like this is who I am. This is what I'm doing, and I'm going to sacrifice myself and turn myself over to Zod for humanity."
Right.
And in many ways, like the part of the Snyder's part that makes so much more sense to me is like he's the reluctant hero.
Yeah.
And Snyder has a tendency through most of his movies to project, even like all the way back to 300 and Leonidas, and like they're almost like legendary. They're almost godlike in some aspects. And you go back to Donner's original version of the film, he even quotes scripture when he sins, like, and God sent his only son. He literally almost puts Clark in a position of Jesus Christ.
Well, so Siegel and Schuster, when they wrote the original Superman, it was a Noah story, right? It's the baby floating down the Nile, and Zack Snyder has always put Christian mythology in everything that he's done.
Absolutely, and you can see it all over Man of Steel. I mean, look, Clark was he was raised by a surrogate family. He was in his 30s before he accepted that he was the son of for another planet before he became.
There was never a Superboy in these.
Well,
movies.
we didn't. Well, no, we didn't get to really see that in this movie because it's not an origin film, right? So we're catching up. We're kind of catching the middle.
Thank God.
Well, exactly, because I didn't want to see that.
I didn't want that either.
We
all know it.
Yeah.
GI Bro, what you liked it? You liked the film quite a bit, right?
I liked it a lot.
What are some of the things that stood out to you about it, and some of the things that stood out to you that maybe you weren't so crazy about?
I like that it felt like a comic book come to life. Like, instead of us, like Superman can be in our world, a realistic world, we're in this comic book.
Yeah.
Where anything's possible, where there can be a kaiju in the park on Tuesday. It's just another day. There are times when that fell apart and it felt overcrowded, but I prefer this to over Snyder's. I enjoy Snyder's. I like them all. I saw Superman 78 in the theater. It's my favorite movie of all time. Yeah. And I can look at that and go, there is a ton of things wrong with that movie.
Yeah,
I love it, but Lex is completely wrong. He's over the top, but I love Gene Hackman. He's fun. Yeah, he's not like Lex I've ever seen in comic books ever.
Yeah, that's for sure.
The only thing I don't like, I never liked the comedic take on Lex. Never liked that.
And there's a ton of jokes in that movie.
Yeah,
like there's Otis being brought in just for comic relief, and Miss Tessma, all that was just for comic relief. And then we also had A, B, and C stories going all at the same time. Lois and Jimmy going, taking off, and all that was going on too. But I don't think we could beat the origin story that was in that movie.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want them to try because there's no way you can beat it.
Yeah, exactly.
So and Reeve, both as Clark and as Superman, that's who you're striving to be. And we didn't get any Clark in this. We got one scene with Clark.
Yeah, you're right.
And the other scenes were with people that knew he was Superman, so it wasn't really Clark.
Yeah.
So,
and even and that's like another part I had a problem with. Was like, well, Superman only seems to do interviews with you, and I was like, Superman would not be dumb enough to even do that. That would just be like setting himself up for reveal, even with Hypnoblast, which was the craziest thing they brought.
That was strange. I mean, I also feel like the villains are extremely underbaked, and the engineer somehow being able to utilize Kryptonian technology.
Crazy.
And infiltrate this computer and somehow pull this stuff out.
So I have a theory on that.
Okay.
And my theory is that Lex Luthor has come across Brainiac in some form or fashion and has incorporated that into his technology that he's been developing. And when he created her, she has some piece of Brainiac in her, which is the only way that I can justify anything that happened.
Now,
in
of
that-
course, we
that-
have to do our own head canon for that,
got
though,
some
right?
piece
Like
of
we have
No,
to do our own
exactly,
head
yeah.
canon.
exactly.
For sure.
I got a good one. Why couldn't Superman see through the dude's armor to see Ultraman, and why couldn't
Right.
he see
But why would
It
he?
was a lead line.
Why would he
mask.
look
Did
through
you
the
know
mask?
he had-
Okay, there you go. It was lead.
It was
Right.
lead.
No,
so
but
again,
no,
though,
but
we're
why
heavy.
would he
We're
look through the
heavy
mask?
lifting, though.
Yeah.
Why
Yeah,
would he
lift-
look through the mask? You know that question was posed in Justice League Unlimited when Lex, maybe it was Justice League the cartoon, when Lex and Flash flipped, and Lex was in Flash's body, and he removes the mask, looking in the mirror, and says, "Finally, I'm gonna see who Flash is," and he goes, "I have no idea who this guy is."
Right, I remember
So
that.
why would he even think to look through somebody's mask? He's not thinking that that's a clone of his. So why would he think that he would be able to identify that person?
Because he looks like
So-
him.
Well, no,
Well,
yeah, I mean,
yeah, but
talking
it doesn't
about
look
Lex,
like him
I'm
until
talking
he
about Superman.
sees the mask. So
Yeah, he
I
wouldn't
don't.
know
That doesn't bother me. Does he
Okay.
look through everybody's masks? I don't know. Maybe, but he's not going to
I
recognize
guess
anybody.
I guess the reason why maybe thinking about it is the fact that this guy, you know, he's fighting this person, right? So I guess in my mind, I'm thinking he might want to know who it is he's fighting, or maybe
Yes.
have I seen this person before?
That-
You know,
that's my
and
thought
maybe,
process.
You know that's
Yeah,
what
yeah.
I'm thinking from
Yeah,
that
maybe,
aspect
sure.
of it. You know. But I think just overall the villains, unfortunately, in my opinion, were super underbaked, and I felt like, and I said it in my review, it was an interesting way for Lex to use his mind in the fight with Superman, right? But it is really goofy for him to be playing Battleship, and calling out, you know, B12
Yeah.
and Z24, and
Yeah,
and
I
the
thought
guy,
those
you
were
know,
vitamins.
Yeah, there's no freestyle.
I know, right?
He didn't
But
have a mind of his own.
because the guy's telling us, like, you know, the one guy says he studied all 2,500 moons of him, and he knows every one of them from
I guess
front
he
to
didn't because he
start.
still needs to be bingo numbered out every time.
Well, right,
What's-
but I thought that was kind of, you know, a little wonky, because I thought, well, why, you know, maybe the suit could be programmed to react to Superman's moves, you know, rather than him just calling them out, like,
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
that was
Well,
his way
you
to do
know,
it.
the shit
I
out
was
of
thinking
Superman
about
in the
that.
first one.
You know, and you would think that Lex would have some kind of algorithm that would be
Right.
shooting out those ideas, right?
Right,
Yeah.
They could have explained that away and said we tested an algorithm and Lex was faster.
right,
But
yeah,
they didn't
yeah,
do that.
I
They were
see
just
that.
like,
Right.
oh, yeah, let's just shout things out
Well,
and it makes
so
sense.
yeah. So shouting it out. I mean, that's got to be the slowest freaking way to
It's
do
the,
that.
it's so
Oh,
dumb.
Well,
Yeah, it's
also,
dumb.
could Superman, when he was right outside of the Luthor Corps building as he's shouting out the thing,
Considering-
could he not hear him?
Well,
But he wouldn't know what they mean, even if he could hear them, and
Right.
he absolutely
And that
could
makes
hear
sense.
them.
Yeah,
on
that
top
makes
of
sense.
that, regardless, Ultraman and Superman fighting, a Kryptonian fight would go by in seconds. There's
Yeah.
no way Lex would have had video. Or
Yes.
anything been able
Yeah,
to
see,
Right.
well, right. That's. I guess that's the other part about that. So, how did you guys feel about Crypto in the movie overall? Like, was it overused? Was it, you know, the
Overused
scene
or
where
wasted
they
time,
kidnapped him? You know,
I don't think it was overused. I thought it was going to be overused. I thought they used it a little less than I thought, and it
Okay.
didn't bother me as much.
So
Going in, I thought it was going to be terrible.
This is the first thing my 9-year-old said to me as we walked out of the movie. I hated Crypto. She loves animals. She loves all animals. She loves spiders. She loves snakes. She loves dogs. She loves our dogs. She loves every animal on the planet. She said, I hated Crypto.
Wow.
Because he was annoying and he was not trained and he didn't know what he was doing and he was not behaving like a normal dog behaves, because our
No,
dogs
he
are
wasn't.
well trained.
Oh well, that's why. Yeah.
Yeah.
well,
And
it's
He's
you know,
definitely not like Crypto in the comics.
he based it
Definitely,
off
well,
of
not the
his-
same
yeah,
species
his
of dog. Not
Oh,
not
no,
the
right,
same
no.
right.
behavior
They,
of
they
dog.
species swapped them, right? They,
Yeah.
So I guess, you know, when Lex is able to infiltrate the Fortress of Solitude, he tells Superman, you know, I scoured all of your fight scene battles areas and I got your DNA, right? Like I
Your
was
hair.
able to get your or whatever, and that way he was able to
Got some of
go
your
into the
pubes
fort.
and
Yeah. The Fortress of Solitude, though. Did you like that? I just felt like there was so much exposition in this movie that it just kind of hand waves away a lot of writing issues that they could just say, I got your DNA, and that's how I got into the Fortress of Solitude. It just, what I mean?
That is a thing from the comics. They have done that
and
before.
I could see that. I could buy that for sure.
And I get that. And you know what? The robots and the Fortress of Solitude thing, I kind of get. I've never really liked that idea. It's the Fortress of Solitude, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Okay. So, but I understand that is a normal trope, that he has the robots that run around,
Right.
but they don't talk about gender identity and all that other.
Yeah, that
nonsense
was weird. I didn't
these
understand
robots were
that.
talking about.
Yeah,
But
they're supposed to be smarter than that. You know how they act. You know what I mean? It's kind of weird.
well, you know what?
would think that-
Alan Tudyk has been typecast as you're the robot in this movie.
Yeah.
You know, he's been in iRobot and this.
Yeah,
and,
3 Robot. Yeah.
And K2SO and
Yeah. Yep.
You would think that
Maybe
even-
more.
even if it is the Fortress.
He's
of
going to be
Solitude.
every robot from here on out. Yeah.
Yeah, you just would think that with the Fortress of Solitude, you don't really have to worry about anybody getting into it because of where it's at. And if it was going by the comic book standards, so where's the key?
yes.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah.
I was
That
thinking,
pisses me off. Yes.
it-
Everybody
it's
can
not
get
just-
into it now.
it's
Everybody's
not just
Yeah.
DNA. It's somebody strong enough to do it, which they had Ultraman, so Ultraman could have used his DNA and they
That'd
could
have
have
been
been doing
fine.
it.
too.
So
That'd have-
so they could have done it that way. But I was like, where's the fucking giant key?
Yeah, that would have been cool.
That'd have been
and that
cool.
would have
I
worked
like
in this
that.
movie.
I was really unimpressed with the interior of the Fortress of Solitude. I was like, oh, they cut the budget on that because I didn't think they really went that
Yeah,
far.
I mean, there wasn't much, really there.
That-
Although I don't
That
think
wasn't
we
a
were meant.
concern of mine.
I was
No.
gonna say I don't think we're
No.
meant to spend a lot of time
No, I
in there
didn't- there
either.
was
We
no
don't see
real-
its creation, and
I love the way
big
it came up out
moment.
of the ground and spun towards the sun. I thought
That was dope.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
thought
that was
that was
pretty
cool.
cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. And that was very much Watchmen. Oh, wait.
Absolutely.
What?
Would you guys?
So-
Would you guys think a guy?
Okay, love
So
him.
I
And that's
started
something.
that comment from
You got it right there. From Nolan. Surprised that I ended up liking Guy's character. I feel he did a fantastic job for my limited knowledge of the character.
knew I would
I
like him.
also limited. Tony, do you know a lot about Guy Gardner? I don't, but I did enjoy what he brought to
I
the
do.
table.
Yeah, I like him. I agreed with the rest of the characters in the comics that I've read. He's a jerk. He's supposed to be a jerk. He was supposed to be the original. You know, when he was looking for Green Lanterns, I mean, he was the first pick, and something happened. And it went to Hal Jordan.
Was closer. Hal was
He was-
closer.
Yeah, Hal was close. Yeah, Hal was closer. And it was a trip. So he's a jerk. He's meant to be a jerk. There's no real explanation for his silly haircut, but that's Guy. And
Yeah, but they haven't had that haircut in 40 years.
yeah, exactly. It's,
Yeah.
it's very old school. He's got more of a
Really?
pretty boy haircut.
Yeah,
now.
that's like
Really?
from 87.
It's
Yeah.
from way back. Yeah, but
Yeah.
he was
Interesting.
he Nathan Fillion. He pretty much nailed it, and I love
Absolutely.
his nonchalant attitude when he's facing the army, and when he just waves his hand and all kinds of. That was freaking hilarious.
Oh yeah.
That's what it would. That's what.
Oh
would
yeah,
go
that was
down.
funny
when
as
the
shit.
Green
Oh
Lantern
yeah.
facing an
Yeah.
army. He
I-
did get away.
Go-
All
go-
kinds
go-
of
go-
hands and FUs.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was awesome.
Yeah.
Go
That
ahead,
was dope.
Warchest, because you know Guy also.
Yeah. I really liked Nathan Fillion's take.
He
on
was
it.
good, man.
I do think that Nathan Fillion's a little too old for the part, but
Me too.
So
Me
do
too.
I.
A little
So
bit.
do I.
Me too.
yeah,
Yep.
as long as we get to see him and like he nailed it. Like I was watching the TV show Power on one time, and I was like, the guy who plays Ghost and the guy who plays Tommy, I was like, there's your John and Guy right there.
Yeah, yeah.
And,
Oh, yeah.
and I really do. I think those two would kill it.
I'm a huge Nathan Fillion fan. I love Nathan
Yeah,
Fillion.
I like Nathan.
And back in the day when he was a young man,
Yeah,
he should have been Hal Jordan.
he should have.
Yes,
He-
that's what
he-
I thought.
He should have been Hal Jordan.
Yeah.
He'd have been
And,
a perfect
and,
Hal Jordan.
and he voiced Hal Jordan in some animated stuff, and that was the closest he got. I'm glad he got to come back and play this character because I think that he did a good
Yeah.
job playing Guy. I hate Guy Gardner as
Me
Green
too.
Lantern. He
Not a
is.
fan either.
I hate the character. I hate the whole
Oh, I
concept
love
of the
the
character.
character.
But
I think he's misunderstood.
you know what? You're probably right, GI bro. Let's show those guns, right?
Hell yeah.
But I'm and the fact that Nathan got to come in and play a Green Lantern, I was
dope.
stoked for.
So good.
Yeah,
and I think he did a great job with it.
it was cool.
But,
It was cool how they all knew each other already. They're already established.
well, so
stuff like that.
yeah, I mean that's a big major criticism I have with the movie is that you're dropped into movie 2 of a trilogy. Right here, boom! You're dropped into a trilogy. You missed the first half. You're going to catch this middle piece,
Right.
and then we're going to go forward.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man.
I love how
Yeah.
how Batman sucker punched guy. I love that, and everybody.
Well,
wanted
yeah,
it
I
to
like
happen.
how he got in. He said, "Let's go, Big Blue."
Yeah,
That was fun. That was a throwback to
so-
that.
That was a throwback. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna bare knuckle this bat-eared bozo to oblivion.
So Graf, what's up? Todd C's also in the house. Graf says, "So why do the robots look like that? Megan Fox subservience bot looked more realistic. Superman has horrible tech. I mean, I'm assuming it's
Not his tech.
it looks retro futuristic, if that
Right.
makes any sense.
Yeah.
You know,
And-
kind of
and
like
I-
what they're.
And
you
that was
know.
the point. That really was the point.
I mean, I didn't mind them so much. I did think it
didn't
was
care.
weird that right
No.
after they said that they could care less whether the dog dies or not, then
That
all
was
of a sudden
weird, yeah.
he introduces the female robot who then giggles because Superman looked at her or something, and she's like
Yeah.
flirting with him.
That was.
I thought
Yeah.
that was strange.
We-
like
we-
that she's
we-
all goofy
we don't-
about that.
We don't have emotions, but we're displaying emotions.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
exactly what it was like. I was like, wait, this makes no sense at all.
And so you guys are aware, there's a whole nother scene with her talking about feminine power and identity and all this other stuff. There's a whole other scene.
Oh,
in
they
there.
cut it out.
Well,
They
I'm glad
totally
that's
cut
gone.
it out. Yeah, they totally cut that out because they realized it didn't play with frickin' anybody.
Yeah,
but there's a whole thing is that why don't
And
we
it's a
have these
robot.
different identities? Why can't be we who we want to be?
Oh,
And it
yeah,
was,
right.
and she wanted a female name, and Gary wanted his name, right? Gary. That's supposed to be funny.
So then the elephant in the room of the whole movie that everybody's talked about is how good that Mr. Terrific is.
Yeah, he was awesome.
And he
really good.
was absolutely amazing. Like steals the show, right?
Well, it was Kirk Lazarus, right? Kirk Lazarus from Tropic Thunder.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the
Yeah,
way
right.
he sounded. He
Right.
acted, yeah,
Yeah.
just like Robert Downey Jr. as Kirk Lazarus, and
That's funny.
yeah, they sounded exactly the same. I told my son while we were watching, I said, "That's Kirk Lazarus right there."
Yeah.
Dude, he was awesome. I was like, I couldn't.
Yeah,
get
he was
enough.
great. He was
Terrific,
really, really
yeah.
good. It
So-
was written well and performed excellent.
Yeah.
So
Well,
some people.
so you heard about how he got the role, right? Did you guys hear that?
No, I haven't heard.
I forgot. I think I heard about it, but I didn't really.
So
I
he
forgot.
played Darwin in
Yes.
X-Men First
Oh
Class.
yeah, I did.
And
hear
he
that.
complained to everyone
It was
to
so
the nth
wasted.
degree as to why he was the first one killed, right? Because I'm supposed to be the most powerful mutant. It's like, well, no, you're not.
No,
but
I didn't know who he was.
but he played Darwin in that movie, and he was pissed that he fucking died first, and that his expression wasn't allowed to come out, and also he went off on the whole thing. And so when they hired him for this, he's like, I'm not going to take this role unless you let me be me.
Good
Let
for him.
Well, and damn right? I mean, he's got to have an impactful role, but he overshadows Superman. right?
Okay, that's what I was going to ask.
He has
He
more
saves-
success.
He
Yes.
saves Lois,
Yes.
and Superman never saves Lois in this film.
Yeah. Superman.
And people have a big problem with that.
Superman
Could care
fails
less.
all over
Yeah,
this movie.
I didn't see.
I'm
a
used to
reason
him
for it
saving
because they were
Lois.
never
Let somebody
together
else do it.
in the action.
See, that was my
yeah.
thing. It didn't
Yeah.
bother me that he never saved Lois. Like, is
bother
that
me.
a prerequisite for
I'm done with that.
every film? Like, he has to save her from falling or something.
That's
But
tired.
But it was a fun scene though with Mr. Terrific and Lois getting out of his ship, and the songs playing, and he's just doing the whole thing. Like that
Yeah,
was
that
one
was
of the
fun.
best scenes.
when the
of the movie.
garage
that was
was
awesome.
barely open.
Oh yeah,
That
now
was
that
dumb
is
as
a
fuck.
that
That
is a
was dumb as
trope.
fuck.
That's a
That was a
pretty
little- yeah.
classic trope
It's
that's
like,
used
dude.
a lot.
Yeah, it was
A
dumb as fuck.
lot. The slow opening garage door. Hawk Girl was a piece of shit.
She was a
Todd
waste
C
of time.
says she useless. Yeah,
She
she
didn't
was a
do
waste of
anything
time.
except
She
scream,
screamed-
and I've never heard
yes.
her do that before.
dude, that shit was so. I was like, That's it. That's
No,
it.
no,
Except she said, "I'm being blinked to death by the kaiju."
It was funny. She's trying to stick it in the eye.
Yeah, but I'm like, she might as well not have been there.
That whole eye thing with the kaiju, but her entire character was a waste of space, and all she did was come to be snarky, be obnoxious, and scream a lot because she did add credence to the right direction to go in one scene, but all of her other interactions were shitty. And I'm like, why do you want to incorporate this? It's like Supergirl. When they put her in this, it pissed me off to no end because she comes in as a drunk bitch.
At the very end.
She comes in as this drunk bitch to go get her untrained dog and run off to go get fucking drunk again or whatever.
That didn't bother me.
It bothers me because that's the next hero we're supposed to see in this franchise.
Well,
this is the next person that we're supposed to see, and she is supposed to have the utmost reverence for Clark, for Superman, for Kal-El, right? This is her cousin who's been here, and she
call him a bitch.
Like later, bitch.
The story that they're adapting for her, she's drunk in the very beginning of it. She turns 21 and she's drunk in a tavern on another planet where she can get drunk and she's depowered.
Yes,
but I don't think they should have done that here.
Who wrote that story? Who wrote that story?
Tom King.
Tom King, the biggest fucking asshole in all of comics,
I know.
who shouldn't be writing fucking comics, who's destroyed more franchises than anything.
But I think we know
we're gonna get Comet the Super Horse.
Whoa.
Comet.
Oh, hell
exactly.
No.
That's Supergirl's super steed.
I think we all know what they're going to do with that movie. It's gonna be if that in fact is her character, is drunk. Party girl, doesn't care about anything, and it's gonna be a story of her starting to care about whatever humanity, and she's gonna come around, and that's gonna be your character arc,
like a regular teenager.
You know what? That all's fine. I don't mind that part of it. Her calling Superman a bitch bothers me more than her being drunk.
Because I don't think she should have been drunk in this. But what are you going to do? You had to say that she was off world, right?
Right.
Right. You know what? I have less of a problem with that than her calling Superman a bitch. Because as soon as she does that, that throws out any kind of possible respect. And you go back and you think about the entire movie. Nobody respected Clark or Superman for shit in this movie. They beat the shit out of him, and everybody talked shit about him, and everybody talked down to him like he's a fucking naive moron. The biggest problem is the fact that he spent 30 fucking years growing up on this planet, developing his powers and understanding how to interact with human society, so that when he gets to this point where he goes to Metropolis and he's exposed to all these other people, that he would not be yelling at Lois. He would not be losing his temper over a fucking dog with Lex Luthor, right? He wouldn't be exposing himself to this kind of attack because he spent 30 fucking years learning restraint on how to behave in front of everyone else.
Okay, so that was hang on, because I want to hear what War Chest has to say. I just want to say really quickly, that was one of the things I liked about it was a work in progress Superman who's not the most mature, and he's still fucking up, right? He doesn't know how to handle everything. Maybe he still doesn't understand all of his powers. So that was one of the things I did like about it. But War Chest, what was you going to say?
Oh, I was going to say that's like what Matt was saying is that, he waited till he was in his 30s to reveal himself to become the person. He waited till he was in his 30s until he accepted his role.
Okay.
As what he was supposed to.
I get that. That makes sense.
He was 30 till he accepted humanity. Now, if you've ever read the Krypton miniseries that came out like in the 80s, like Clark kind of tells the whole story of Krypton and what happened. And by the end of the series, you realize that Krypton had lost their way. Krypton, they basically had a utopia. And how they just destroyed their entire planet, their society, everything, and how it became so pointless and it didn't have value anymore. And that by his father sending him to Earth, that he was raised on this planet, and how the greatest gift his father gave him wasn't being a superhero, wasn't having the powers. It was he gave him back the humanity that his planet had lost. And like so. in a lot of ways, when I watch Snyder's, you realize that he chooses humanity over what he came from, because he embraces it. But so whenever you look at like this one, I agree. He hasn't been up against somebody that's whooped his ass. He hasn't been. He's a younger Superman as far as how they're trying to portray it, and he doesn't realize how much further his powers are going to escalate. Because when I sent you something, Pop, on your Instagram that you might want to pop up and show, because Superman's powers don't work the way they used to anymore. They haven't for quite some time now, and he can become human after solar bursts. He's got this huge solar shockwave that he sends out, and he becomes human. It's basically he basically turns his whole body into a big solar flare, and basically depletes his whole body of radiation, and he becomes human for a few days until he collects enough to start building back up that bank.
Oh, I hate that.
And he can actually, the way his body, mind, and powers work, he can move faster, and like time, space, distance, they don't mean anything to him anymore. Like he's evolving.
I can see that. I mean, and I'm sure that he'll at some point in these movies, I'm sure that he may evolve into that. I almost feel in a way that they're not able to do that, because then you remove the stakes out of the movie. If he's that powerful and that, you know what I mean?
Get something that's so powerful that it's a
right. Because
the one thing that I didn't really like, if I had something to put my hand on, I was like, I didn't like this fucking part. The way that the parents they wanted him to take over and all these wives and take as much as so you can do that. I'm like, what? Where the hell did they get that from?
So Tony, I have a theory on this, and other people said it, but I had this, and I told Pop, and I told a bunch of people right after the movie came out. What's that?
I already know what you're going to say, and I had the same thought process.
I was like, this has to be doctored by them, by Lex or something.
So have you ever seen the TV show Smallville?
Some of it.
Okay, so in that TV show, he gets the videos or the whatever of his father, and it's played by Terrence Stamp. And I said, that can't be Jor-El, because that's Zod from the original movie. And it turns out, yes, it is Zod from the original movie who's manipulating him from the beginning. So my view is this is Zod, or the recording was manipulated at the source by Brainiac.
Okay. So
one of those two things has to be true, because I want to see Bradley Cooper come back as Jor-El on the planet and correct the fucking mistakes that were made there, or figure out what's going on, or I don't want him being Zod. I would rather it be somebody else's Zod, but whatever. Those are my two theories: is that Zod or Brainiac manipulated it.
Yeah, because that has to happen, because that's bullshit.
Don't you think though that they could be setting that up for future movies where they do pull a Viltrumite thing and they decide that they're going to bring them fuckers down?
That's not what Gunn does. But go ahead, War Chest. War Chest has been raising his hand. Go, War Chest.
Yeah, go War Chest.
What if it's Bizarro's version?
Nah. But they'd all be fucked up looking, wouldn't they? Come on.
I don't know.
Ultraman wasn't fucked up.
I just wonder if that is going to be kind of the deal where Superman's getting along and Supergirl and they're doing their thing and everything's working out, and all of a sudden who shows up? It's the parents.
I think Ultraman starting the way
video or some holograms or something.
So what if Ultraman was sent here from a different timeline or a different dimension, and he landed on Earth 2, and that's how.
And he got reprogrammed.
That bitch is gone.
When he really belongs to the crime syndicate of Earth 2.
Yeah, he's in a black hole.
But then when they send him through the black hole, he comes back.
He's gonna go to Earth 2 and start it.
Yeah, he's the Earth 3 or something.
There's some openings
that crazy
to be playing with, but
there was rumors.
That would just piss me off even more.
There were rumors that there was 2 bonus scenes in the internal test screenings, and one of them was lanterns, and the other one was Brainiac tease.
Yeah. Brainiac would make a lot.
And everybody was expecting to get that. We didn't get that. We got 2 junk ones that looked like they should have just been in the movie or cut altogether.
Yeah. But I agree with that.
I totally agree with that.
I think Mr. Terrific stole the whole fucking movie, and I would love.
I've never that's the way he's supposed to be.
They should do the Terrifics. Has anybody heard of the Terrifics? That would be a fun fun one to do, and it would rip off Fantastic Four in the best way possible.
Yeah, it would. Yeah, it would.
Yeah.
I wonder if, and what's up, Chimera? Chimera is here. Exactly. That's what Snyder haters always overlook. Their surface level complaints always expose them. Let's see here.
You know what?
Another thing
you can't say Snyder haters because there's a lot to like about what Snyder did in making a cohesive universe.
Yeah,
and
I think
there's just key points in there that just didn't work. Like what he did to Pa Kent in Man of Steel was fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
Well, you know,
right?
I agree with that, but
It's
I
better
hate the
than this
way.
Paul
that
Kent.
sucks.
I was gonna say
This Paul
I
Kent
hate.
was terrible.
Yes, I hate the way he portrayed the parents. They come off as fucking hick ass hillbillies.
Well,
They can't even use a fucking phone.
No, you know, I would have gone younger. I don't like since Smallville used John Snyder.
Yeah.
We've had parent-aged Mon Pa Kent, not
Yeah.
grandparent age, right?
Right.
So,
Yeah.
and then we got Kevin Costner and Diane Lane. I think we should have gotten like a Kurt Russell and a Dana Delaney or something.
Oh man! Imagine Kurt Russell and his wife being in this movie and being Ma and Pa
Yeah.
Kent.
Yeah,
How
that'd be-
awesome would that be?
That
Yeah,
age
and Dana
would've been
Delaney was
fine.
the voice of Lois in the cartoon.
Yeah.
So there was
Right.
a tie there, and you know she was on Tulsa King, and she's still awesome. You know,
Yes, she is.
yeah.
I
So
mean,
that would be a
I'd
great
be cool
fit, or
with that.
even like a Dennis Quaid or something like that would be good.
I just didn't care for the way that they portrayed
They
him.
were-
If
they
it
were-
was the same
Yeah.
actors, they
Graham-
ju-
yeah, they could've been his
could have done
grandparents.
it different.
Right.
Yeah, no, I agree completely.
That shit
thought
was.
that
I mean, as
cool.
soon as they started talking, I was like, "What the?"
where I live would only be about 2
It's
hours.
kind of
from
funny,
Smallville.
but whatever.
Right.
Well, I mean, and the parents just played total dumbasses with technology, with how to communicate with their kid, and also
Well,
stuff. It's like,
that's what I mean. Just
yeah,
everything
I mean,
about it.
eh,
Right.
You know, and as what I do for my job, what I found the most disturbing was the fact that in that one scene that was actually halfway decent, where Pa Kent was talking to Clark about what's
That
going
was
on.
cool.
Yeah, except for his eyes were doing this fucking shit like this,
Saw that.
which means that he either has brain damage or he's heavily medicated at the time. I mean, one of the two things had to be happening at that moment, because you don't get that without you don't get nystagmus without
Nystagmus.
intervention.
Dang. I didn't even notice that.
Dude, if you saw it on the big screen, I don't know how
You
could
brought
miss it,
that
but-
up to me the
I
other
don't
day.
know.
and
I'm gonna see it again.
I didn't even
I
notice
think I'll see it
it.
again.
When I watch it again, I will look for that I just to see it, because I just didn't even, it wasn't even anywhere in my mind to be looking at his eyes necessarily at that
Neither was
moment.
mine, but it just
But
stuck
it
out
distracted you that much, huh?
to me. Yes.
Well, you
That's
know what it
funny.
is. I don't know. You know, I wouldn't recognize it. You know.
No, I
That's
would.
your
I
thing.
probably,
Yeah.
I probably
I get
wouldn't either. So
Did you like how fast they cut to crypto before we could let that moment settle in and breathe
G.I.
a little
bro.
bit? Let's
G.I.
go
bro,
to crypto.
That is
Editing-
one of my biggest problems with all James Gunn movies at all, is that he never lets an emotional beat set.
No,
He never lets anything
true.
just sit
He cuts.
in for just a second. Just let it simmer.
Yeah,
Hold
we
it.
needed that right then.
Hold
you
it
know?
right
Yep.
there, because there's something special that happened there. But no, you got to cut to a fucking joke about
Yeah.
crypto killing fucking cows or whatever.
yeah.
Right?
Which
That's
I
pretty
wanted to,
normal.
I wanted to see that. That would have been awesome.
I wanted to see him slaughter the goddamn cows. I mean,
Me
just
too.
just one, so that we can get a crop circle and the cow slaughtering happening at the same
Crop
time,
circles, yeah.
and blame it on
Yep.
the fucking aliens.
Yeah.
I'm glad that crypto. I enjoy crypto. He's all right, but I'm glad he took off with Supergirl.
yeah, no, I'm
he's
you know-
gonna be in the Supergirl movie though. The whole movie,
So,
the entire
so
movie's crypto's in it. Yeah, just wait.
2/3
Oh,
through the way
no.
the movie, I was like, I'm done with this fucking dog.
yeah, I
Right?
was
And
You're
you know
not
what?
even close to done.
I know they're not.
I
But
know.
when Crypto beat the shit out of Lex Luthor should
loved
be
it. I
fucking
loved it.
dead.
Yeah.
Lex Luthor should be fucking
He
dead.
should have killed. Yeah, I would have killed him.
So that's where I guess, establishing power levels, like,
Yes.
people were asking, like, in the one scene where Superman starts spinning and using his laser vision and he's blasting everything, they're like, why didn't he just use that in the beginning, right? Why did he not just use that in the beginning?
Well, because he's reserved
the whole time with everyone.
Well, but he's reserved and he's fighting an army at that time, so that all makes sense. But my question is,
those were guys in suits.
My question
younger
is,
Superman.
How many of those guys did he actually kill? Did he actually? Did he? No. Did he actually kill them or not? Did he knock them out because their suits protected them on the way down and falling? Because this is a comic book movie, and all those guys
up on the ground.
All those
Well,
guys.
he broke a jaw for sure. I mean, he knocked out teeth.
He knocked out teeth.
Oh, I know he did. He knocked out the teeth. Hit the camera too.
Yeah, but I will.
And
but
they
I
were
will
full
say
teeth. They weren't broken.
They were full.
That I did like
Wisdom teeth galore.
This aspect above the Snyder film is the fact that he stopped, he protected life, and James Gunn made a conscious effort to show him protecting life so that he is stopping people from dying, or he's trying to protect everything around him as best that he can. He did that better in this than he did in the Snyder film because everybody fucking died in the Snyder films.
Go, Scotty.
All right. So also in that scene, whenever he protected and he broke Zod's neck, he chose humanity. He chose Earth as his people.
Oh, and in Man of Steel?
In destroying that ship, he knew that he had destroyed any hope of ever bringing Kryptonians back.
Yeah, I understand
absolutely.
that's where you're coming from. But speaking from a physics standpoint, and most people understand this, there were about 100 different ways that he could have stopped that from happening without breaking Zod's neck.
Yeah, no, I agree. But I think for the movie,
I didn't like, I've always criticized that scene because people say, well, what was he supposed to do? Well, they wrote that scene and they painted him into a corner to do that on purpose.
Yeah,
he could have stopped Zod in a different way without,
he could have flew him up, he could have put his hand up, he could have put it over his eyes. He could
have there's a lot of choices.
I thought it was funny how everybody went off. They're like, Superman would never kill Superman. And no, he wouldn't. He would have found another way. I agree with that.
Well, he would have found all these comics. He would have found another way.
I think it's really funny, though, that in Superman 2, whenever he took away everyone's powers and Zod was completely powerless,
he killed all three of those motherfuckers.
Throws him down the chasm.
Yes.
He kills all three of those motherfuckers right there.
He killed them all.
Yeah.
What are you going to tell me? They went somewhere, they went in the Phantom Zone? No, he killed them all.
No. He didn't kill them. They killed themselves because they thought they had powers and they tried to use them and they didn't work. So that's how you can rationalize that. But no, Superman killed those motherfuckers in Superman 2.
So Todd was saying his arm wasn't even that mangled. I'm guessing he's talking about the scene where he actually ends up slinging Ultraman onto the thing that's flying through and into the black hole.
Well, no.
Yeah,
Ultraman dislocated it. Remember?
Yeah.
Yes. He did.
He
right.
fucking breaks his own arm.
And then he just slings him over onto the thing, and he goes into.
How do you sling him over with a fucking broken arm?
So that's where those power level things and you got to kind of suspend your disbelief in a sense. However, did any of you guys ever have you ever done the 3D with the vibrating chair and the wind and the mist?
I hate it.
Really?
I just haven't done it yet.
It hurts my back every time. Yeah,
I figured that it would. If this was a movie, this would probably be worth doing. It would be like this movie, I would think. I considered it. I didn't end up doing it. I've never done it before, but I didn't know if anybody else had because I've never talked to anybody who has.
Yeah. And I would say that if you did enjoy the movie, read Grant Morrison's run because it is a great run. He's an incredible writer.
No, it is. Yeah,
I love Grant Morrison's JLA run. I've got all of them.
Yeah,
I got that too. Yeah,
great writer. The stuff he did on Batman was good too.
He did Earth 2. He did Earth 2 as well. That's badass trade paperback. Ooh.
Yep, Grant's a hell of a writer.
I want, man. If they ever did a Earth 2 if they ever made that book, that story, a movie, I just want to see Manhunter on one side of the airplane,
Oh, I would
Superman on
love
the
So-
other, and crush the airplane.
So
Just
check.
throw it in the garbage. I'm like, oh, that was so.
So Chimera says the whole BS about Gunn being most comic accurate pissed me
I
off so
agree.
much because
It
he's
is
changed
not.
more in his
It's not.
Superman
No,
than Snyder.
I'm not saying
Yeah.
that.
Said
Yeah.
Man
No.
of Steel was comic accurate to Earth One and Birthright. Now I can't
That's
speak to
pretty
that.
true.
I'm not as up on the
Yeah.
Superman comic, so I
Yes,
can't really
Snyder's and
respond
Earth,
to that
yeah.
comment myself.
I would
It-
say
it-
I would say this one pulled a lot from John Byrne's run on Man of Steel in like '86
Yeah.
Okay.
when he did a soft reboot of Superman and brought the Kents back to life. They were dead for a long time and depowered them a little bit. So it
Yeah,
felt
that's
like he was
Byrne.
pulling from that a little bit, but there's
Yeah.
no story that he pulled from.
No, I agree with you on that
Yeah.
one because, you go through the long history of comics and you can say anything came from a comic book, but then my question is, how well did that comic book sell? Because a lot of times they're pulling from comic books that didn't sell worth shit. In this case, they were pulling from some stuff that did actually sell, that is popular, and so I can see that.
Yeah.
And Man of Steel has some elements as well, but
And- I hate to say it, but they spent a shit ton of money getting people in seats to watch this. I mean, they hyped it. They got as many
it's
people into
probably
watching.
$200 million on
They
that.
showed a lot of
no,
shit
no.
that I
It's-
wish I
it's
had.
probably-
it,
it's over
it
100.
didn't end up being
Look,
that high, but they
150.
said they allocated 200 million, and they
Okay.
said
Right.
they didn't spend that much. Yeah.
Okay, so I will tell you that Fantastic Four has spent more money on marketing than Superman did.
They just spent it in
Oh wow, yeah.
I mean, I got to tell you, man, I've
For
seen
me,
way
every
more
time I turn on the
for
computer, the phone,
Superman
everything
than
is Superman,
Fantastic
Superman,
Four.
nonstop.
No,
Yeah.
no. Look how many crossover products for Superman 4 there are. Think about all the food products.
Wait.
and
So
technology products.
I've seen that, but I'm like you, Warchest. Every time I turn something on, I see Superman everything.
Oh yeah,
All kinds of shit.
With SEO and the things that we all look at, we're of
Right.
course getting bombarded with it because we're literally putting in the phones and the computers that we want to see this shit. So it's coming right at us. We're
Sure.
their target market.
Right.
So like when you look at that though, there's a lot of people that went to see that movie and a lot of people that didn't like it, or a lot of people that didn't really think it was that great or hated the dog or whatever. It's going to be a lot harder to get them for round two.
Yep.
And unfortunately, if James Gunn can't sell the anchors, if this
Yeah.
is the kind of stories or this campiness is going to be Batman, or they don't nail fucking Wonder Woman, he's fucked.
So my problem with the entire DC James Gunn universe
Mhm.
is that he didn't start out on the right foot
No, he didn't.
because he needs Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, Flash, Green Lantern, right?
Yep.
You have to have those characters established. But no, you're going with Creature Commandos and you're going with what's his name? The fucking John Cena character.
Yeah,
Peacemaker.
Peacemaker. Fuck Peacemaker. Okay, you make a Superman movie and then your next movie is Supergirl. It's not
Yeah.
Batman. It's not
Yeah.
Wonder Woman. It's not Green
Yeah.
Lantern. It's
Yeah,
not.
He should
the Marvel way looked better when they established
Well,
all
yeah.
those guys.
I mean, Supergirl being the follow-up, even if this was $1 billion movie, it's not going to make that. Supergirl can't
No.
make as much
No.
ever.
But
Well-
if this was a $1 billion movie, if Superman made $1 billion or more at the box office, Warner
Okay.
Brothers would be fucking happy, and they would let James Gunn do whatever he wanted for the next
Right.
2 or 3 years, right? But it's not. It's not
we're-
going to make that.
We're sitting
No,
at
no.
400 million worldwide right now.
And
Um,
it had a hell of a Monday and Tuesday,
It
right?
did.
It really
It
did.
did.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
best Tuesday of the year, I think they said.
Well,
Yeah, it had a
and
fat
they're going to
season.
say best of whatever to keep pumping this movie, and it's going to do well. And
I mean-
it's going to make $500 million.
12 million on Monday, 17 on Tuesday, and then 11,
Yeah, I think
10,
it'll hit
16, 23, 17.
Damn.
So
that's a great
you're
week.
Looking,
That's a
so
great week.
You're looking at approximating close to $600 million at the box office before they fucking pull it, because Fantastic Four will kill its momentum.
Yep.
I mean, that's just the way it is. That's
Yeah,
what's
it's going to slow down.
When is
it's gonna slow
Fantastic
down.
Four coming out again?
this weekend.
This weekend.
24th.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, this will be the big
So
guy.
so here's the rub. Okay, whatever they say the production
I'm getting a
budget
rub
is,
on.
Yeah, that's right, baby. With some lube too.
Oh, me
Okay.
so horny. Oh, me so,
So-
horny.
Whatever they tell you the production budget is, they have to make 3 times that at the box office. Now they have to make 3 times that at the box office because the overseas market, they get less than 50% of a return,
Yep.
right? And they get and even domestically, depending on how the variance
Yeah.
goes, you're getting 75
30 to 40. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you have a big cut taken out of it.
Yeah.
Even domestically, but overseas it's even more. In China, you can't even really hardly count the Chinese market because you're making less than 50% of whatever that box office return is back to the studio. So that's why you have to say 3 times, because you have to count the marketing budget, the production budget, and what the theaters take out of it and what they need out of it.
Right.
So if this movie doesn't make $750 to $800 million, it's not even breaking even.
I don't know, dude.
The sad fact is that the theaters don't make better money until the longevity of the film.
back end of it. Yeah. They
have to last in the theaters. Yeah. If they last in the theaters, then the theater's going to make their money. Right.
Yeah.
But nothing has.
So the problem is,
Nothing's. Yeah,
So-
the world market, the international market's terrible for everything, unless it's a giant monster or dinosaurs eating people. That's it.
The problem is the opening weekend was not strong enough. Any
Not strong
movie
enough.
that does 12, 17, 11, 10, 16 during the week, those are amazing numbers during the weekdays. However, the opening just wasn't strong enough to get it up to where it would be in like the almost 600 million range right now. You know what I'm saying?
Jurassic
550, yes, Jurassic Park. That range.
And
That's
what I said.
And
Jurassic
now you're
Park
going to be
wins
going
this
up
month.
against Fantastic Four. So now those are you got to take it out of the IMAX, right? Take it out of the 3DX or the RPX, theaters. So now you're losing those screens going against Fantastic Four. So that's less revenue now moving forward, and you're on less screens. So
it's a higher ticket price too. Those are premium ticket prices.
Exactly right.
Yep.
So that's going to be very, very difficult to get to those numbers.
Hey, real quick, I'm gonna bounce out, you guys.
man.
I love joining you guys. Thanks for having me with you.
Nah,
Rich,
Tony.
Scotty, Matthew, Pop.
Yep,
that was awesome,
dude.
Anytime I can jump on you guys' show, it is.
Hey, I appreciate it, brother. Really.
Yeah, brother. All right, guys. I'll see you later.
Good to see you, bud. Have a good night.
Thank you, man.
So, real quick, as we kind of wrap things up here, Nolan says, isn't there supposed to be a Lobo movie with Jason Momoa? Yes, that is in the cards.
Well, Lobo is in Supergirl.
Yeah.
Right. So,
but he's not in the story that they're adapting, so I have no idea what character he's going to replace. If they're adapting that exact story, it's all off-world, too. It's not,
it's
not on Earth at all.
Like you know what would be really funny? Is if Lobo approaches Supergirl and says, "Hey, I'm the last of my species, baby. Let's get it on and make some babies." Because that's what Superman's supposed to be doing on Earth, right? So now you get Lobo being the last of his species, trying to recreate.
That's another problem with the Jor-El thing, right? Kara should know.
Yes.
Okay, so according to that Tom King book, she was 14. When she was flying, I don't know if you know the story, but she's in a city. Her dad makes a bubble around the city, and that turns into a meteor that shoots through the galaxy, right? Yep. So that's how they're saved and she's saved. Well, that starts falling apart. That's a whole other story, but she gets put in a rocket to come take care of Kal-El, and she's 14. And then the story in the book, she's 21 on some other planet. She's been to Earth and all that already. So she's 14 put into the rocket. So she's older than Kal-El.
Right.
But she arrives later.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and it also depends on which version you're talking about. Is Kandor a colony of Krypton? Is it a city on Krypton? There's all kinds of discrepancies.
It's not Kandor. It's the cartoons did another planet, and this was a city on Krypton, and then he puts a bubble around it, and then so it's a whole chunk of Krypton, and then that meteor turns into kryptonite.
Right. Yeah.
But going through space.
But then there's all these other aspects of it. There's like, okay, Brainiac, shrunk the city down and pulled it out before the destruction. There's all these other things. G.I. Jetman asked a question. You had it popped up there for a second.
It was just about Aquaman. I mean,
because Aquaman's lame as shit. That's why.
Yeah. No one cares. No one cares.
I mean,
No one cares.
the sad fact is that yes, like he is a distant, finisher in if you rank these people by popularity and everything. And I know that's G.I. Jetman's favorite DC character. But and that's great. It's just the reality is like he that Aquaman movie was a real that was not supposed to happen to reach $1 billion the way that it did.
Yeah.
That is one of those just crazy accidents. In all honesty,
like Captain Marvel.
Like Captain Marvel.
But Captain Marvel has the whole 10 years of build up.
Yes,
they went along with it.
So
but Aquaman is a very powerful character in the DC universe, but everybody's like, but what does he really do? He talks to fish and he lives under the sea. Yes, he's powerful, but people never connected with him. They have never connected with Aquaman like they have with other superheroes.
And they've really tried to reboot his character through the years to make him more edgy and change
cut off his hand
look
and
give him a hook
and then a water hand.
And he had
that was terrible.
He had children with a seahorse in one of the comics, if I remember correctly.
Hey,
and then or maybe he just fucked one. I don't know. But anyway, so I kid, of course, because I care. I did want to say this. Chimera says too. People are over the MCU humor. I agree 100%. I think people are really over that shit.
Just misrepresentation. Gunn's like Guardians of the Galaxy, the first one, I did enjoy it.
Yeah.
Although, with the exception of Groot and Rocket, complete misrepresentations of every character in that movie. It was what is going on
That's
here?
interesting. You're right. He kind of has done, his own thing with that. Even whatever inspiration he was drawing from.
Yeah, but that is the only thing
interesting.
that Gunn does well is the quirky, offbeat, ensemble comedic show, right? I mean, that's all he does well. That's the only thing he's ever done really well that has been widely accepted.
One of the things I think is funny about the Captain Marvel thing, like I understood like why they were doing the Captain Marvel, and I was like, well, they don't have the rights to the Silver Surfer, and they need a cosmic character. They need somebody that's powerful enough to replace the Silver Surfer's character to tell this. And then they did absolutely nothing with her. I was just like, what was the whole point in her having to get her movie out before?
Hey, did you hear about this though?
No.
The Russo brothers.
Yeah.
Okay, that's why. Because the Russo brothers said, we're not using her. And they said, you have to. And they said, we're not. And they said, you have to. And they said, we're not using her. It's a lame character. It doesn't fit in our story. No, you're going to use her. And so they had to force her into that scenes or those scenes in the movie that were really corporate written because the Russos were like, she just doesn't fit this storyline.
No.
Yeah, pretty bad.
I also think it's funny to me, like when I watch. So for me, like and many people out there that grew up reading the comic books and know the source material, I'm just happy to go and see it on the big screen because I never thought I'd see it. And done so incredibly well.
I get that.
As far as that goes.
Yeah.
But when I'm watching all this stuff, to me, it's just one giant what if.
And
that's the way I kind of compartmentalize it when I watch it. But there's sometimes I get so fucking pissed because I'm just like, what you've done, you didn't have to do it that way. Like, and what you've done is so disrespectful to the writers and the people that created this that I believe they're just sitting at home going, man, I didn't even get a check and they fucked my shit up. Well, like, I mean, and then them putting in the entire multiverse shit. The whole reason they did that was to clean up bad plot line stories that never got finished and try and make some kind of, just like they did with Crisis and everything else. This is a really cheap way for us to get shit straightened all out. And then
and it's a gimmick now.
I was like, don't do that.
You know what's interesting about the beginning of the Marvel Universe is that the director who directed Captain America: First Avenger came into that movie and decided to write a very different type of movie. And as he was putting it together, he was looking at all the writers and stuff like that, and everybody who participated in it. And he's like looking at how much people got paid to a degree and stuff like that. And he said, "Hey, why don't we put Ed Brubaker in this movie so they can pay him scab for being a scientist in the movie who doesn't even say shit."
Yeah.
But
Oh, that's cool.
he was one of the greatest writers of the Captain. I mean, that
Yeah,
2005 Captain America
Right.
arc that he did that led to the Winter Soldier and
Winter
led to the
Soldier,
death-
yeah.
Winter Soldier's excellent.
led to the death of Captain America and all that shit. That was Ed Brubaker who started that shit.
Yeah.
Right, that the whole Civil War shit he kicked off, and he wasn't getting shit from Marvel for it. So this director said, "Hey, let's put him in the movie,
Right.
and
That's
so we
cool.
can pay him something."
That's awesome.
Right.
So
Yeah, that's
And
awesome.
to this day, Winter Soldier is still my favorite.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
Winter
great.
Soldier's awesome.
Yeah, hands down.
So I guess moving forward, I did post a link in the chat. There's an interview James Gunn did with Josh Horowitz just a few days ago. And he pretty much is from 2 days ago. Yeah, Josh Horowitz. And he goes over Sipowicz. Anyway, he goes over the upcoming slate and kind of gives updates, including talking about, Clayface.
Did he say how
talking
many
about,
projects his wife was involved in?
He did not. Now look, the update part, well, I don't even want to know what else she's involved with, but the update part lasts for it's about 5 minutes, maybe 4 minutes long. But he goes through basically the whole thing. He even discusses Matt Reeves. He even talks about Batman. It's a good interview, good enough, but it's funny
It's a good
because
interview.
every project that he talks about, he kind of uses the word great. Like it's great. It's really great. Yeah. It's like, but it is a pretty good interview, and to give you an idea of what's upcoming, including why would you do a Clayface film before Green Lantern or Dr. Fate? Now,
A rated R.
here's the
Clayface
deal,
film.
and this is where we all probably would agree as we kind of start rounding third base. I think it's very odd what he's done to start this thing out. Right, I like this Superman film. I think it's a weird film to hang your hat on and begin this journey of the DCU. I think it was odd releasing a cartoon first with Creature Commandos. I think doing a Clayface body horror R-rated film. You're and then they said he says something about putting a couple other things on hold.
I'm having problems with
Authority.
your voice.
I've got to get going.
Okay.
Yeah, he's kind of cutting out a little bit.
He is cutting it out. But anyway, my point being is, yes, Ronnie, I agree with you. When Aquaman's wife walked out of the bonfire naked with those baby dragons, one of my favorite parts ever in the history of the DCU. And no, Chimera, you do not sound like a hater, actually. I love the energy, and I'm glad you're bringing it, and I appreciate you coming by the stream, too. I think it's the first time I've seen you, so I really do appreciate you joining us tonight for sure.
I've got to go.
Yep, I know. You got to get out of here. We all need to get out of here.
So I just want to say this. I do agree with you. This is a good starting point for something that could be built upon. I like Corn Sweat as Superman. I like Nicholas Hoult as Lex Luthor. I like Lois Lane. I think there's enough here that you can build upon. I was just disappointed in how it was executed. And ultimately it's going to be fine because it's a meh movie, which is unfortunate because they needed a grand slam, not a meh.
They did. And I agree with a lot of like what you guys said, and I think it's fine. To me, I felt like I was watching an animated series mixed with the CW. Is what I felt when I was watching it.
I could see that.
I mean,
I can understand
I'm
that.
okay. I'm okay with it to a point, but I don't really feel this is a DC that I absolutely need to go see, but I'll watch it when it streams or when it comes out. But I probably won't go and watch it at the theater.
Right. Well, shit. All right, Matthew. He bounced.
Yep.
I was gonna say I can add you to the stage because we're literally jumping off in about 20 seconds.
Nice.
Yeah,
Right.
he's frozen in time. Yeah.
Ronnie, the movie needed cantaloupes.
Yes, we need Sydney Sweeney's cantaloupes, friends. That's what we need. Yeah, and I agree. Clayface, bit of an obscure character to start off with. Yes. Yeah, I saw the peace sign, but you know, you never know with Matthew, man. He might be saying peace. Sometimes he says peace with his middle finger, so you just never really know with that guy. It's something about the hat he wears. Chimera, thank you very, very much, by the way. Thank you so much.
Clint Sweat did a fine job of being, you know, this version of Superman.
I get it. I did enjoy the film because I had fun with it. I know it has a lot of flaws. Turk says, hey, I'm going to pass on it. Catch it on streaming. Let me know what you think, Turk, when you see it on streaming. You know what I'm saying? For sure. And yes, as we all know, ultimately at the end of the day on the Unfiltered show, I won. That's right. Give it up.
What?
Give it up for me. Pop won. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. I won, and so we're gonna hit that right there. Yeah. Thank you. And you. And you. And you. Listen, no, seriously, I digress. I want to. No. I wasn't joking. No, I'm not joking. Really, stop it, please. Okay, I'm trying to talk here, y'all. Like, son of a bitch. All right. Anyway, that's enough. Let's get out of here, buddy. So, War Chest.
Yeah, man. What's up?
I will see you. Talk to you soon, I'm sure.
Sure.
Really appreciate Yeah Bro coming on. Tony. Check out their stuff, man. Check out Tony, man. Custom figures all day long. And of course, War Chest sends me more memes than I can handle actually on my Instagram, and they're all ridiculously funny as shit. And no biggie, you're good,
I got
man.
one to send to Tony tonight. He's gonna cry.
Appreciate you, no doubt. And Garaf says, sounds like a fun movie. I'll have to watch it on Max. All good. Definitely. So check it out. Yeah. But anyway, it's not perfect, but I think it is fun. And so we'll see. But
I do want to see a Mr. Terrific movie, though. I thought he stole the whole movie.
Yeah, he did steal the show. I agree 100%, and I agree. I would definitely like to see that.
It's funny. I've never been a fan of his character. I hated him on the CW, the way they portrayed him there. But this was awesome,
brother. I'm gonna tell you, I didn't even know who the hell that character was.
Right on. A lot of people do.
All I know is he was badass.
Yeah,
but yeah, man. No, I appreciate it, man. And I guess as I finish every stream, I will see you guys Tuesday night with Matthew for the evening blend at 10 Eastern, 9 Central, and we're going to be talking about Fantastic Four coming up and a few other things. Got a couple other good stories about the MCU. I'll be lurking in the shadows. I know you will. All right, y'all. Take it easy.
So long, gay boy.